Alright, good evening, Europe! My name is Highland Wolf, and I welcome everyone watching to the battle stages of the Vainglory Draft Series. Now, over the next 4 weeks, we will see our 8 captains do battle against each other as we find out who really is the best in Europe right now. Now, last Sunday, we had our 8 captains draft the 4 members of their roster and 2 substitutes they all wanted. But if you missed the results of that, don't worry, guys. Don't go anywhere because the rosters will be appearing hopefully sometime on your screen during the stream. Now, I'm joined for this evening's matches with the beautiful host, the one and the only Viking, and our wonderful co-caster, PS Enough. But it's not us who are the most important ones, as we'll soon be heading into our first clash between the Joker versus Joey Skaggs to open the tournament. So, good evening, guys. How you doing, Viking and PS?
Yeah, I'm doing wonderful.
I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for having me.
Bro. So, last week, right, we saw the 48 picks drafted on Sunday, and are there any teams competing tonight that caught your eye?
Well, we have a lot of drafts going. I didn't quite follow the draft, unfortunately, but I see for at least VG Josue, first picked by the Joker along with Crocabulia. They seem to have a strong roster right now. The Joker has been right at the peak of European competition, having been on Team Germany for WESG. Not forgetting the talent coming from I'm Keo and Deadly Hollow and their substitutes, player 668 and I'm Groot, so that's probably something interesting to check out. See some notes here
yourself, like... Yes. What about yourself, Viking? Sorry.
Yeah, we're looking forward to the first games of the group stage. I mean, it's a nice tournament. Everyone started scrimming again. Everyone wants to compete, and I think we really have a high-class matchup right at the beginning here with Team Joker versus Team Joey Skaggs. They really drafted a strong bunch of peeps on their side, top players in each position. Joey Skaggs the bot laner against Joker the top laner. I think Joker is not quite playing today, so we won't see that matchup in the bot lane, which is kind of sad, but it's still gonna be a close game though. I can't really say who's my favorite here.
No worries. Obviously, I don't know, my favorite is certainly for coming in here. Something that interested me is Joey Skaggs for middle team with Oscury and Rudy as well. And of course, one of the most expected players I think we all said was going to be drafted last Sunday, which is also Nomad Vagabond, who was that all-important support for Team Sly, right? And who came second behind Clash in the BPL Summer Open in 2018. And then we also have Levant, Life, and Grisven to round out Joey's roster as well. So very interesting. So also we'll have a prize pool, guys, for $200 for the winning team. And as well, we'll also be giving away $50 each for the most improved player, the MIP, and the most valuable player, which is the MVP, as well as over 5,000 ice for second place.
I was asking you guys earlier on, what does most improved player means? Like the person who gave the biggest throw?
It could be the person who gives the biggest throw to the person who goes 10-0, I suppose. But I think what we'll be expecting for a most improved player is someone who perhaps doesn't necessarily make it to the finals, but someone who we're expecting to really go from perhaps struggling at the beginning to seeing a champion story emerge to becoming one of the most valuable players at the end of the stream.
So how are you going to measure that? It's like by KDA?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I think we'll have to.
We will basically ask the community or several high-level players, and that's how we did it the last tournament. I think in the Maximum Premier League that we had like 3 or 4 top players who made it to a poll, and then we just asked on Twitter or whatever. So it's gonna be a community decision, not a single individual decision.
All right.
Brilliant. So, we're obviously playing in a round-robin format for the main 3 weeks of the competition. Have we got any predicted favourites to get out of Group A right now, guys?
Well, it's really hard to say. I think the main issue with this format is that since it's draft, only players aren't very used to playing with each other, so the synergy might be a bit lacking. So I'm really wondering how they will be able to work together. Of course, everyone from this list is pretty famous player in Europe at least, so they should be able to hold their position properly, but I wonder if the synergy on those team matches and who gets to shot call, how big will influence that. And I think the team who manages to have like the least clashing personalities will be the one who will take the upper hand in the end. So it's really hard to predict, at least on my behalf.
Yourself, I can.
I don't really know. I really can't say. I think Group A is really a strong group. Looking at the teams, at all captains, I think the Joker's team looks pretty strong, as well as Joey Skaggs. I mean, it's the first matchup. I can't really say. Those would be maybe these two favorites I would have picked for Group A, to be honest. So it's gonna be hard to measure, but I'm really looking forward to the series to see who gets ahead after the series to claim their first points.
Definitely. And do you think any of the captains in Group A right now are going to struggle perhaps with team synergy? Because of course this is a draft series, so these aren't teams that are pre-set and organised by the players themselves. It's 8 people picking who they feel they can win with.
Yes.
that's a great. Yes, but like, what do you think? Because personally, I think that a lot of these players are really quite high in terms of they've played competitions before, right? And they've all done competitions past. Some of them even won in the past in these competitions, but I'm not sure how some of these matchups are gonna fare, because there's some of these people from really opposing teams that I probably wouldn't have necessarily picked myself together. What do you think, Pat Viking?
Well, about the teams?
Yeah, the team synergy, yeah.
Oh, the team synergy? I mean, I think it was Lee Pacifister who mentioned it last week, that he picked like a full Russian team to not have like a big language barrier, or to have people together who are playing in rank mainly together, so you don't have like a synergy barrier. So that's really the question, which is going to get answered by the end of the tournament. If it was better to pick individually skilled players, or if it was smart to have an eye on players who play good together and who already have synergy. Because in a time period of 3 or 4 weeks, it's really hard to build up synergy. So that's going to be interesting to see if someone has an advantage just because he picked players who know each other well.
Yeah, definitely. And yourself, PS, what do you think about perhaps the team synergy? Do you think anyone stands out as perhaps having more synergy than others?
Well, I'm taking a look at the team rosters right now that we have lined up for the game today. We have Solidarity, Deadly Hollow, Crocabulia, Josue, and I'm Keo. I've seen Crocabulia play a few times. I haven't seen him matched up with any of these players, unless some of them changed the names. So I'm curious. I think he played with I'm Keo a few times. So I'm curious how they will work out. I know Josue is a pretty good player, and Crocabulia is a very good support, so they might go well together, but I'm curious on the other 3. On the other side, on the blue team, we will have Oscuri, Rudy, Joey Skaggs, Life, and Nomad Vagabond. I've seen Nomad Vagabond play a lot. I played against Life a few times. I got my ass kicked by him. And I know Joey Skaggs. He's quite a young guy, but he's very strongly opinionated. He's a very strong shot caller. Not always calling the right shots, but then again, that's always subjective. So I'm curious if people will really follow Joey Skaggs for the shot calling, or if they're going to try to have a life of their own. So did you see the pun that I did there with Life being one of the players?
Oh,
did you see that?
I totally got that one. I'm ashamed of you. I'm ashamed of you, PS. Enough of that.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And I think we should be ready for the draft. Is this right, Viking?
Yeah. So real quick, guys. Finally,
who are you? Just waiting for the group queue to end. That's the usual vainglory in-game issues, whatever.
So real quick while we wait, who are we predicting to win the best of 3 Viking?
My prediction is on Joey Skag's team, simply because the Joker's team is missing their captain, the Joker obviously. So my shot is going for Joey Skag's team. I also watched some secret scrims this week, and they really look fire. I gotta say.
So 1 for Joey, and also the same question to yourself, PS.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for Joey Skaggs as well. I don't really have a reason for that. Just I fear the names are a bit more higher ranked than the other side of the team, but we'll have to see. It all depends down to the synergy in game, of course.
Definitely. So now we'll be moving into the first series of the competition of the Vainglory Draft Series, guys. It is the Joker's team versus Joey Skaggs Mid-Jets gang. We're just going to be waiting a little while for the queue to get in. So, stream, let us know in the stream chat, who are you expecting to win this best of 3 series? Let us know. So we're seeing Josalol in the chat. Oh, we are in the draft now, guys. Brilliant.
So, blue side from the side of the Joker team, without the Joker being in command. I wonder who's gonna play each position. Do you have that information?
I think we'll just have to see who's coming out. I think PS, because this is obviously a draft, so whatever these crazy guys have in up their sleeves, man, I have no clue, but we can expect perhaps Oscuri be going bottom or mid lane. Perhaps
yeah, Oscuri plays a lot of bot lane, yeah.
Nomad Vagabond actually playing as well. Perhaps definitely got to see Nomad as a support. I'd be very surprised if Nomad's going to play outside the support. We do see both Magnus and Catherine being banned, though. Very interesting. Magnus not usually something we'd ban right now in update 4.7. Malene equally very interesting bans. Perhaps targeted banning. Against
definitely targeted to the mid lane there. Maybe they want a very strong mid laner, like maybe the Scarf or something like that. Curious to see what they're going to do. They pick up the Miho for the first one, which is one of the heroes that's still quite broken from being a new hero. I'm curious what's going to happen with Ishtar, because she's not being picked at all, despite the nerfs, the latest nerfs haven't been taken into effect yet from the update 4.8. We have a Batiste coming out for Oscuri.
Ishtar did get nerfed pretty heavily though in the last patch note, so Ishtar perhaps not as strong as pick as we like, but still not nerfed again before, as we see. We're expecting a couple more nerfs to Ishtar, but not quite yet in this game tonight. We do see Samfang obviously being banned out as well, very typical. And Miho somehow getting through draft. Very surprised Miho gets through draft. Usually a banned pick. Baptiste and Scarf, again, very strong as well. Being able to ordain someone and then put the Spitfire and a group on top of him. Very strong combination here, as well as the Dragon's Breath going to come out, I expect, from Rudy or whoever else is going to play with Scarf. Ishtar looking to be picked up here as well. Ishtar will be picked up, as you say. Ishtar still pretty strong right now in the meta, but we're just going to see who is going to be the 5th pick of the draft, PS.
Maybe Lorelei? We see that the red team definitely wants the Finn for the support.
Yeah, everyone looking at Finn. Nomad, I've not seen Nomad on a Finn recently myself, so if Nomad is going to be support, I'll be interested to see how he plays. Usually I do see Nomad on the Lyra, is something I've known Nomad for, but we'll have to see how he plays on a different support tonight, perhaps. Finn will be picked up though, the 6th pick. Kinetic as well. Kinetic very strong, did get buffed in the previous patch. Now her Tracer Shot's going to do a little bit more percentage damage, so a perk going to be a little bit stronger for update 4.7. Getting hovered over by life here, not revealing exactly on on this draft who we're actually going to be in each position, so we're still interested in seeing who is actually going to go what. We do see the Grace being picked up into perhaps top lane on Oris Curio. Nope, going to be switched to Rudy as I say that.
we're having a little internal struggle with the names of the teams. We have Joker on the blue side. I think that's pretty okay. Viking was suggesting that we put PTP instead, but I think Joker is fine. And MJG on the red side stands for Midjets Gang from Joey Skaggs. So I think it's correct now.
There we go.
So we're gonna stick with this for now. Anyways, the Arden coming out for the side of Joker's team, and the Bada Boom Bada Bing guy that Maxman so much likes as the final. So very solid draft that they have. Arden rounds up very well with Lorelei, so it's gonna be very impressive to check out. And we have a Kinetic and Scarf on the side of MJG. Very interesting draft. So what do you think about this?
I do think it's very interesting. I think I would probably have to go for the side of Joey's Midget Gang team. They do have quite a nice composition here. With the Kinetic, with the Baptiste, with the Finn, you have a potential for the Forster Core to come out into the Ordained, which is a really nasty combo, as well as a Holy Nova on top of people. So the Crucibles are going to be very important from the side of Crocoboolia and Solidarity, and perhaps even Deadly Hollow picking up a third Crucible. A lot of CC coming out of the side of Joey Skaggs' team, but equally, we've got to keep an eye on that Miho. Miho, if she can be allowed to get fed, will carry the game.
A lot of crowd control on both sides, so it's really going to be an interesting game of who manages to stun someone up first, who gets caught up into those team fights. So we are down on Sovereign's Rise, following Solidarity here for the first round. It seems that we have I'm Kyo going for the bot lane, as we were predicting, and Joey Skaggs is the one that's going to be bot laning for the side of the red team.
Definitely going to be interesting. Perhaps I would probably favour Joey Skaggs just because I know Joey Skaggs a little bit more lane, but Kyo I certainly know is lane in his own right. So Kyo will, and we have to keep an eye on him and see how he plays.
It's curious to see Oscuri as the mid, because I usually see him playing bot lane. So I'm very curious how we will hold up with this, but we'll see.
Recently, Oscuri has actually made that transition from the bot lane to the mid lane. I have noticed in the games that I've been playing against him. So it will be interesting. I know he plays pretty mean Reza mid lane, but we will have to see how he plays on the Scarf.
So, early phase, nothing much to report on.
Yeah, we are 4.5k equally, actually, on the side of both sides. So no gold lead coming out here in the first minute and a half of the game. Not expecting to, but just both rotations coming out, getting a CP buff, getting the minions into the farm. We will probably see a little bit of a gold lead opening up. Actually, we do see it here for the side of Joey Skaggs, Midjets Gang. I expect 200 gold leads, don't we? We do see perhaps Baptiste securing that. Baptiste probably going to go around, try challenge his Miho in the bot lane.
Yeah, maybe have a gank possibility there.
Definitely, Cam's being put down. Very interesting.
But Kyo is playing safe, so should be fine.
This mid lane, this melee matchup against this Grace and this Battery is probably going to be very hard for Kyo to win. So I expect Kyo just to be farming under the turret, I imagine. But not much going else in the other lanes.
Yeah, Solidarity rotating down there to help him out, but doesn't seem like he needs much help. Let's take a look at the top, where Deadly Hollow is struggling a little bit against the pressure from Joey Skaggs.
Nope.
Gets a
Joey
taunt.
Skaggs being taunted under. Very interesting. So Joey, as we know, Joey applies a lot of pressure. It's early game. Kinetic not perhaps known for early game pressure though, so very interesting. Joey can still apply this pressure. Just this experience of Joey being in bot lane, being able to apply this insane pressure to Deadly Hollow. Thankfully though, Deadly Hollow is on this Tony, so very tanky target. Probably will not be able to be bursted down on this early game by Kinetic.
Okay, hold it up very well. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, we also had a recall happening, so not much happening. Both teams decide to go home, shop a little bit, come back a little bit stronger. Nice build on the Scarf. Quadruple shatter, quadruple ice shard.
Looking to do some insane damage, not matched though on the side of BG Joswy, opting to go for that, actually that book and the crystal tier 2 crystal items there. The book is very helpful though for sustaining in the lane. Every obviously minion CS you manage to get in the lane, every minion kill, it will give you a bit of health back on your ally heroes. So they're going to be very important for sustaining this mid lane for something like an Ishtar. We do see 3 members.
Another CP buff secured for the side of the red team. Joey Skaggs putting some pressure on the top again. Deadly Hollow was finishing that buff.
So Deadly Hollow's going to be stuck under that turret for sure for quite a while.
Joey Skaggs going to make a rotation down to the mid. We might see a first blood here. Let's see. Oh, no, gets stunned up by the Lorelei. Well done. Ooh, in a bad position, goes a bit low, but manages to survive.
Joey almost getting taken down there by the side of the Joker's team. Joker in spirit here, obviously, perhaps, willing on his team to win the series for the captain here. Ichigo Swing Cockability holding out well against this Scarf and this Finn, and very difficult for perhaps an Ishtar to manage to get those blades past the Finn and onto Curie here in the backline.
It's bot lane in a bad spot though. I'm Kyo recalled, and now Rudy is making a mess out of this turret. It seems he won't be able to take it just yet. Well, Baptiste is rotating to the mid. See if we have any action there.
Looks like Cockability is getting caught out here. Also Solidarity going to go low here, but Cockability is going to make it under his turret. Turret shot is going to land on the side of Life, so Life has to get out of there, going a bit low. So be careful. Do not want to disrespect this side of Joker's team here. Obviously,
they have an engage on the bot, but no, Kyo decides to disengage. Was hoping for a kill there. Was hoping for some first blood, but seems people are playing cautiously.
Definitely 5 minutes into the game, quite game right now. Only 1k roughly gold league for the side of Midget's gang here. So very even game, not much going on in terms of kills, not a bloody matchup right now, but I'm sure that will change perhaps as we get Ghostwing going to come up in about 30 seconds here, that first objective into the game.
But this is rotating down, we might get the first blood here. I'm Q in a very bad spot. Ooh, uses his ability very well.
Gets out of the Fearsome Shade with the jump here, but here we're going to have to be careful. Gonna have to just go low. Surely he's got to go back under his turret.
Saw that he rotating down.
Flask. Gonna have to be careful here.
Nope.
Batiste is going to get up to the CP buff. Actually, just move back and go to the barrier tree, and here let's just come up and some more rotations being made to get people's jungles. Very quiet game right now, PS enough. No jungle invades, no kills yet. Very
nothing so far.
Gold.
Well, yeah, on the chat, people are betting on who's gonna get the first kill. Josalou is saying that Oscary is gonna get the first kill. So put down your bits on who is going. Oh, a little taunt there from Deadly Hollow, not quite connecting to avoid the recall.
Very close there. We do see such a quiet game. I'm so just in awe of the fact about how quiet this is. We've got such good potential of this early game CC coming out, especially with Baptiste
Tony might be caught up. No, he's fine.
No.
He's fine.
Just gonna go wave him by.
He just wanted to visit the shop a little bit there.
We do see 2 members up in the top lane though. Life.
Yeah, they might be able to take this turret. Deadly Hollow is back there.
Actually, no, just going to rotate down. Very passive still, not choosing pressure against a Tony, not choosing his parts get taunted in under that turret. Don't want to deal with that Tony. Of course, level 7 now, so just have his bad boom up can disrupt a fight if it does break out.
It's called respect. Respect your opponent.
Definitely. Deadly Hollow coming down now from the top lane. Has left his lane in top lane as Joey Skaggs is pushing it. Perhaps going to have to get him boots back up there as he realizes that Joey Skaggs is pushing his turret down. Joey just going to avoid that though. 2 lemons down. Now we do see Life and Bob looking to get the ordained out. Stunned.
Kyo in a bad position. But the turret helps him out a little bit. He's still very low.
Engage going in, but the flash is going to come out, and now Life's going to go try and get more ordained out, but the ultimate going to come out from Kyo, and Pat's going to be Life who traces his life, but it's going to be Baptiste on the side of Midget's gang.
Was so well played by Kyo there, using his ability, his flash ability to really avoid those ordains. So really well played, but unfortunately he gets caught up. But he did get the trade after all, so it wasn't all that bad, considering he was 1 versus 2.
Life is going to get the first blood for the side of Jet's gang. So Joey's team are going to be still ahead in gold, about 1.5k now, slightly opening up more. So you're going to have to be careful. Team all pull coming in though, double forced accord, and going to have to be careful under the turret. Oscury just can't follow up with the damage though. This Cockabully is just going to swim.
Here comes Life.
Of that one. Life coming in with boots in though. Ishtar ultimate going to come out now. Oscury going very low gauge, going to drop down, but it's going to be both mid laners trading their lives now. Solidarity going to look down to be dead on the ground as Life is going to delete him where he stands. That's going to be 2-1 for the side of Midjet's gang.
Good trade there. Good team fight. Life cutting up, catching people off guard there, killing Ishtar, but Oscary also got caught up in there. That's the Lialo that needs to be careful here. I don't think he has what it takes to take on Life.
Life, such good rotations in this game right now, of everywhere on the map where he needs to be, and has managed to actually people off, making him even more threatening. We do see Life going out support build, already Pulse Weave, Stormcrown, and House Neon charges, and in just 9.5 minutes, 3 tier 3 items already. They're certainly looking like going to be a Fed Baptiste at this rate, so you're going to have to be careful. You're going to have to respect him more on the side of Joker's team if they want to make sure that they're not giving away kills to the side of this Baptiste. Life is going to rotate down though, looking to perhaps get another pick on mid lane, Pierce.
Yeah, he's sneaking there on the bush. They have no vision. Crocobulia is going too close. Gets ordained, gets smacked down. Manages to escape with a little help from Arden. Well done. Solidarity, well played.
Clutch Crucible on that fearsome shade, able to get Crocobulia out of that fight there. No forced a call.
Ooh, Deadly Yellow, bad placing, but he's okay. He's fine.
Life rotating back down again. Ordain going to come out on the Tony here, but Miho looking to jump in. Will get blocked out on that Razan. Will jump in though, and now it's going to be the Divine Intervention coming out for the Grace. Going to get stunned up under his court.
Life very low.
Life gets caught out, but the double quibble going to come out on the side of the Finn, as now Arden's going to be sucked back into the fight. Hero has no where he wants to be now. Going to be surely dropped down. Out of position there, perhaps. Deadly Hollow now going to join in the team fight. Joey going to get taunted back in and now re-engaged from Solidarity and Deadly Hollow. They're not going to be able to do any damage to supports onto this Joey Skaggs, onto this Kinetic.
So much crowd control from both sides. As we were saying in the beginning, like, this really is who gets caught up first. And those Crucibles need to be so much on point. If you miss one Crucible, one of your teammates is most probably going to die.
Definitely here, perhaps just a bit too aggressive in his team fight. Does have to be careful. Only got 1 item yet, so definitely Miho not at end game potential here, where Miho just can dive in 5v1 and get deletions on the side of the enemy team. But surely as the late game that comes ever closer here will become more.
Might have an engage down here. Life getting a bit ambitious. Life getting ambitious. Doesn't get caught up in the fish food though, but it does get...
Keo jumping in!
Seems a little bit of a health buff. Manages to stay alive.
Divine Intervention will come out to save Life there. Crocobulia and Solidarity and Keo just looking to try to get another killer. Life going very low. Rezan jumps in, and that's going to be double deletion. Double jumps into the Life, as that will be him going down, but Scarf, they have to boost out as he comes in, and the Finn as well. Crocobulia are going to have to tank up for his teammates here, as they will get back under turret just safely back home.
He started going a very dangerous rotation. Just wait. But he's lucky Nomad Vagabond was left alone. And now he's probably going to die.
Position here is going to get deleted. Crucible will have to come out to save him, but not going to be enough. Oh, that's done on the Arden Gauntlet, going to manage to save members of the side of Zed's gang. But Crocobulia now have to be target, gonna have to run away with the boots here. Sick stun by the side of Midget's gang, saving members on their side. Definitely if that had landed. But Rudy looking to be going into a fight on this Miho, but gonna be more than you can chew off here, Rudy. As
he healed himself.
That's going to be Divine Intervention gone for about another 60 seconds. Turret as well, gone permanently. But OSQ trying to apply other pressure on the other lanes of the map, as he is trying to push in that lane. Just have to be careful though. Ishtar and Miho making these rotations.
Miho is going there. Need to be careful indeed. The top lane already went. Joey Skaggs already took it. Tony was there, but not at the right moment where he quite needed to be.
Just be very aggressive this game with Ishtar, and just how I like seeing Ishtar played. Throwing those blades every time you get them up at your enemies when you can. Definitely going to see that damage scale up on Josh 3 as we reach this late game, and especially on this Miho, as we see now Miho binding Infusion as well. So definitely going to be interesting next fight that comes out. Perhaps
and they're doing the rotation. They might be able to cut her up. Let's see if they... Oh, Batiste goes the long way around, but Miho isn't falling for that. That old trick of going around the bush. Now we're going to do a rotation down to the mid. See if anyone gets caught out there. Tony wants a piece of someone down there.
Definitely very interesting. Cockaboolia and Josry, perhaps.
Full team fight.
Looks like a team fight is going to break out here. PS as the blades are going deep into the side of the enemy.
Cockaboolia getting caught out.
Miko going to come out, but not going to land onto anyone. His gauntlet has come out now. Going to trap a couple of members, but Moody, Face and Shake coming out now. Holy Nova. And Moody's now going to be stuck on the behind, and now it's going to be live. Looking to go low as Joe Skaggs also getting Divine Intervention. He needs to go back into this team fight, but Rudy perhaps is going to be the first to fall. It's now Deadly Hollows looking to go in, taunted and deleted. Joey Skaggs, you are off the map. But Pool got the force to call 3 members, and now it's going to be the side of Joker's team going to be running for their lives as Oskuni burns them all down. Dragon Breath onto 2 people, almost getting double kill. As the Dane now going to trap up Theo, but he's just going to walk away from that fight. That's going to be 2 members of.
That was such a long fight. There were like almost 30 seconds of full engage without anyone dying, and everyone's so low, and just a turnaround. But at the end of the day, only 1 member died from each team. So it's insane the amount of engage without kills that happens here.
So much good plays coming out from this, and so many good Crucible timings coming out from both sides of the teams. Such heavily stacked CC comps, and having these Crucible timings blocking out Miho at the start of the fight. Perhaps Miho needs to use her ultimate later on when all the Crucibles are gone. Perhaps that's something Miho perhaps could do to get her ultimate across. But we do see on the CS right now, it's actually going to be Ishtar about 30 CS ahead of Curie in the lane here. So certainly Ishtar looking much more fed and in a better position than the Scarf here, who is only at 100.
Ooh, Mio in a bit bad place, trying to steal that crystal. Ooh, uses the flash to get away. Very well played. Now another team fight getting out. Batiste in a very bad position. He's going very low. He's indeed dead. And now it's Ishtar that wants to pursue, but the rest of the team decides to rotate down to the Dragon. We might have the first Dragon of the match if there is no contention from the side of MJG.
And this is what I love, PS. Getting a kill, getting a pick, and then going straight for that Ghost Wing, getting the objective. Making sure these kills are getting something on the map, getting a turret or getting objective. Miho going to come out with blocks. 2 ultimates at once, not gonna land, but bada boom will!
Boom, bada bing!
Skaggs gonna be hit onto the Divine Intervention, but there's not enough healing to get Joe Skaggs out of there, as Nomad gonna stun up all 4 members of the side of Joker's team, but he's just be looking to get some more. Deadly Hollow taunted in on that Grace, gonna surely die. Turret not gonna be able to do enough, and the Holy Never not gonna land. Now Nomad gonna fall, surely that's gonna be 3 members. Disaster as a Ghost Wing fight breaks out. Curie just almost gonna get the lead.
Miho wants more!
By Kyo here. And surely the turret is gonna go down, and that's gonna be 1 turret. And surely now.
Did you like that flash from Kyo going in and out, trying desperately to kill the Scarf?
Crazy flash on Curie, almost dropped where he stood behind that turret. Now Blacklaw going to be hitted up, but goes Curie and Light going to try to catch the steal. Fearsome Shade will not be able to unfortunately steal that.
Almost
would have been the 6th steal. Would have been the
close,
6th steal.
But no cigar.
Blacklaw will now rage down body side of Joker's team, looking dominant 9-5, and now 2k gold in the lead with 7 turrets each side, but that's really not going to be the case much longer as Blacklaw is pushing down on that mid lane.
Yeah, no one seems to be able to follow up with Dragon. Miho had to go down to the bot lane to take care of it, and the rest of the team decided to go up to the bot lane and get one extra turret for their trouble's worth. Actually, Arden is trying to steal this weaponry, but he might be a little bit too late.
Perhaps lack of pressure in just one area of the map. Now gonna be in trouble.
Now it's 4 versus 5, so yeah, good recall from the side of the Joker team. They decided to not engage 4 versus 5. That was smart. Wait for Miho to be in range.
Definitely, Miho's so clutch in these fights, getting straight onto that backline with the flash, with the Raizan, and being able to delete people on the backside, such as Curie and Joey Skaggs. Joey Skaggs getting deleted the last 2 team fights. Where did he go? Any missing pings? He
got bada boom bada bing. That's where he went. He went to see the stars. Might have another team fight coming up here. Life sending a little bit of an ability there. I'm forgetting the name of the A ability from Baptiste, but
Bad Mojo.
Bad Mojo. Yeah, that's right. Now it's Tony that's in a bad place, and they might lose this mid if they don't rotate fast enough. But they seem to be here. Might have an engage coming up.
A fight is going to break out here now. Arden and the Sword actually going to try go in, but now is it Rudy trying to go in with a very aggressive Pony Nova Julian backline, but now it's going to be Ishtar getting the Lorelei water ball. Going to have to survive, but this is going to be Ishtar all deleted on the backside. And now Joey's trying to be killed, but they just can't finish anyone off. There's too much healing from the Grace of Divine Intervention, and now Tony's surely going to fall out. It's going to be 2 members. Crucible will manage to block out the force core this stun on the fish food. Going to manage to land on Joey Skaggs. Not going to be surely a jump in from Kyo here, as they do have to almost fall back here. They can't really
yeah, that Ishtar getting caught up with the ability from Baptiste was quite deadly for Joker team. They were doing pretty well in that team fight until they lost Ishtar. And now it's Ghostwing that's gonna come out for the side of MJG when they have the comeback.
Definitely very even matchup right now. Very interesting as we see the gold swing back into favor of Midget's gang here. Just about 400 gold ahead, not much, but the kills still in favor of Joker's team. We are 20 minutes and a half into the game right now as we approach the end of mid game and into the late game now. The very end, the end game, as it were. PS enough.
The beginning of the end at 21 minutes in. And the Dragon's gonna start hurting a little bit more. As the minutes progress, I would not suggest a team fight at this point due to the Ghostwing buff.
Definitely playing defensive on the side of Joker's team. Definitely agree with you, PS. Would be almost a
we'll have a rotation to Black Claw probably to secure that Black Claw position. See if they can maybe get it sneakily, or a team fight in the mid.
Definitely. I mean, Black Claw is now up. Not going to be empowered yet for another 4 minutes, but Joey Skaggs trying to engage. Looks like the side of Midget's gang wants it.
That's a bit of a risky call. Let's see if it pays up for them.
The Ghostwing buff is about to come off.
Going the long way around. Let's see if he can manage just to steal something.
Oh, the Miho's going to land though. That is dangerous now for the side as the Black Claw will might be stolen up. It's going to be a steal as the gauntlet now comes up. Disaster for Midget's gang as the mod member falls. Joey and Scarf now deleted. Nomad gonna die surely, and 4 members fall in fatal mistakes of the side of Midget's gang. Your Ghostwing buff fell down, and the Miho ult came through. Deletion for the side of Midget's gang.
That was quite unfortunate. A bit of a bad call from Joey there, trusting the Ghostwing buff, but they managed to the team from Joker managed to do a miraculous turnaround there. Both got the team fight and the Dragon. And that's the first game.
Falling. PS and that is going to be game 1 to the side of Joker's team. Coming out strong, not with a captain, but still managing to destroy Midget's gang anyways.
Very well played. 1-0 on this first team. This is a best of 3, I believe. Is this correct?
Definitely is. So Midget's gang going to have to rethink their strategies here. We do see Kyo 3-8, not the scoreline that we would expect from such amazing gameplay coming out on this Miho. We do see those 8 assists, probably stolen by the side of VG Joswy, equally applying his pressure as well as we talk about. Joswy was ahead in CS all game pretty much against Curie. managing to get ahead of Curie, and Curie just not really having the potential that I thought you would have on this scarf. And Joey as well. Just frontline, Joey. You just get deleted by the Miho.
Yeah, I think Oscary was still a little bit away from having his full build for it. He still needed to do a little bit more damage, but he was hanging on well on the team fights. But it was a matter of CC, as we mentioned in the beginning. Whoever got it stunned down or locked down would just be deleted, and then it would give an enormous advantage to the opponent team. And it was the team from Joker that ended up coming on top of this particular team fight. So game 1 going to them. Let's see if we are ready for game 2, or if we need a little commercial break.
I think definitely. I mean, while we wait, I think we have to talk about how even these teams PS. I mean, literally these teams were tooth and claw against each other for pretty much 20 minutes of the game until that final moment. A
lot closer than I was expecting. Like a very close match, and I really liked, like, considering how much the crowd control was in play. There were so many crucibles coming out, and with perfect timing, that at some point I would see like the Finn doing his forced accord and just the crucible coming out. Like, I was watching the fight and I did not see Finn throwing that forced accord, but the crucible came out anyways. So very well played on both sides. Captains defending their teammates. Unfortunate call from Joey Skaggs there in the end to go for that dragon. I don't know if it was his call or if it was the team call, but I mean, it could have easily have worked, but just that Ishtar managed to steal it and turn it around.
Definitely. I mean, as we see those about all game, the crucible that is going to miss will spell the end of the team's fortunes, and it was that Miho coming through, the Ghostwing buff also ending right as that team fight broke out. Excellent timing from the side of Joker's side to engage at that moment in the game, managing to not have that buff against him, managing to get that Miho ult off, and stunning about like 3 members of the side of Machet's gang on that final fight.
Yep. Yeah, I think we're ready for the second match.
I definitely think, is there anything that we perhaps need to see banned? Because I think certainly this Arden and this Tony should not be allowed to be picked again. I mean, the gauntlet into the Bada Boom, into the stun was pretty toxic. If I do say so myself. I think, is there anything you think this shouldn't be allowed through after that game?
Yeah, I mean, the picks are what they are, so we have to make the most of it. I'm sorry, I was a bit distracted. Viking was asking me if I can turn off the cursor. I think, is it the Vainglory cursor or my normal mouse cursor?
The Vainglory cursor, I'm pretty sure.
I think I needed to go to settings for that. So maybe for the next series I'll be able to do that. Otherwise I would have to leave. And we are already on the draft, so let's get into that.
We are in the draft the second.
You might have to turn down the game sound by like 10 or 15% if that is possible. I mean, the sound is alright, but I think that would just make it perfect comparing your...
I'll fix it after this game. I'll go to the settings and change that.
Alright, yeah, but it's alright.
Let's change.
My voice will carry over.
This first one.
Ishtar and Catherine to be back out, guys, as we do see this Ishtar perhaps not wanting the side of Joey Skaggs to have to deal with that Ishtar again. Tony will be surely banned out. Tony so effective, but when? You know, but it's going to be Tony that will get banned out here. And definitely agree with that ban there. I mean, Tony's so impactful, his Bada Booms disrupting the entirety of the team fight, managed to get Joey Skaggs into the front line for the side of Joker's team so many times.
Yeah, Tony is very good for crowd control. It's one of the heroes that I like playing on the top lane or even in the jungle, just for the crowd control that he gives with the taunt and the stun. So yeah. Anyway, Joey Skaggs goes for that the fat guy.
The fat panda, Sanfeng.
The fat panda, Sanfeng. Yeah, that's his name. Still quite very good at crowd control. Batiste coming out again, but this time for the side of the Joker team. Solidarity is gonna pick him up. So it seems that the teams are betting a lot on crowd control, which makes sense. Deadly Hollow going for the Kestrel. Interesting.
Yeah, Kestrel going to be a very powerful pick. Kestrel, like this Miho, is something you can get very fed very quickly and become quite an unstoppable force. Baptiste, they're going to be picked up again. Very popular pick. I expect Baptiste to be picked up probably 99% of the games, if not banned away. Sanfeng, and as we see on the side of Jets Gang's team here, Lyra as well. Now, I want to let you in on a secret here. Will we be seeing this really toxic Lyra and Sanfeng combo?
Yes, please.
Where we see the ultimate come out for the Sanfeng into the portal straight on top of the enemy team. I mean that would make my sure. I want to see that. Definitely scary composition coming out for the side of the Jets Gang.
Scarf coming out for the side of the Joker team, and the Finn. We did see the power of the Finn on the previous matchup. A lot of crowd control, a lot of damage. The River Troll knows his shit. Magnus was left open on this trap, so he's gonna come out for the side of Joey Skag's team.
Definitely Nomad going to be the final pick here. Going to pick up Kinetic. Looks like Kinetic going to be a very interesting pick, I think, for the side of Joey. But if Joey is going to go on this Kinetic again, has to be more careful about his positioning. Can't get caught out. But at least it's not going to be a Tony to throw him into the front line.
I think he only got caught out like once on the previous matchup when he got boomed by the Tony. It wasn't that bad in terms of position, but I could be mistaken, of course. There was so much things happening. And the last member coming out is Grace. So, interesting composition. We have, well, some interesting amount of crowd control on the side of MJG. And, I mean, the Kestrel, does Kestrel really count as crowd control? Because I'm assuming this Kyo is going to be a weapon Kestrel and just doing tons of damage without really doing any smart minds thing. So I'm curious. I think in terms of crowd control, I think that Team MJG has the advantage here. But will that be enough to pull the damage?
No, I'm not
they do have
sure.
the Magnus. Magnus with crowd control. Magnus with crowd control could be a bit nasty.
Yeah, Magnus was banned out last time, so gonna be interesting to see how the Magnus would do, because it was banned out by the Joker's team last game. So perhaps that was a target ban against OSQE, and now that he's got it, we got to see how he plays on this mid lane matchup here. Baptiste, though, again on the other side, despite he's such a strong pick, so much CC, every ability, with the slow and the bad motion, with the stun on the ordained, and the feared on the fearsome shade, just so much stuff you have to perhaps crucible for. That's going to be such an important pick as well. We see the Finn and the Grace on the side of Joker's team here. Going to be very influential, I think, on the CC again. The Crucible's going to have to be on point for the side of Midjet's gang.
Yeah, definitely. See how this plays out. Still very early to tell right now. Rudy with the Sanfeng going to the top. That makes sense. We have Magnus and Lyra on the mid. That also makes sense. Lyra, I think it's Lorelei. I think she's jungling, which I guess it's okay. I was thinking, well, yeah, I mean, someone had to support and someone had to jungle. So it makes more sense that it's Lyra supporting and Lorelei jungling.
I mean, Lyra, Nomad Vagabond's Lyra, I've seen before, at least in previous tournaments, was pretty deadly. So we're going to have to see how Nomad does. And personally, for me, a signature hero here. And we do see that mid lane matchup of the Sanfeng and the Kestrel. Rudy, going to be a very interesting matchup because he has to shut down this Kestrel, right? He has to make sure that
Life is there to help him out.
Fed. I mean, for sure, but Kyo, if he gets fed like he does last game, wow, is he gonna have a difference on these team fights? Because Kyo, on that Miho at least last game, was so influential. and managing to get those jumps onto the back.
Skags needs to be careful here, but he notices the rotation from Solidarity, decides to back off.
Definitely nice applying pressure on both sides of the map. Both teams choosing that 2v1 matchup, which you usually see with the jungle and the top lane rotation against the bot laner. Nothing new coming out there, but nice to see both teams doing it eventually with that Baptiste rotating down.
Kabulia shows up to help relieve some of the pressure that Kyo was suffering. Kestrel needs a little bit of a couple of levels to start doing some damage. She's not very good on the first couple of levels, especially not against the Sandfang.
I mean, I see an NB2 on the stream chat here. I'm looking. Do see him saying nobody can't 1v2 Kyo. Well, we'll have to see how that plays out in the second game.
I mean, he on the first game he held up pretty well. Like he was 1 versus 2 most of the game. Like there were some rotations to help him out, but he was pretty much 1 versus 2 most of the game, and he still ended up being fed. So I think he will do fine. Ascuri trying to get this crystal tree in, so there he's going to try to contest it, but arrives a little bit too late.
Almost a steal for this time of Joker's team here, but just going to manage to snipe that one away from the Baptiste there on Solidarity. Not going to be able to secure that crystal buff for the side of the enemy team. Just looking at rotations here, we are just dead even in gold again. I mean, it's almost 4 minutes into the game now, and really there's not much difference in gold. We do see, however, like even in mid lane, right? Like we've got Scarf and we've got Magnus dead even on gold. I mean, even Joey and Kyo.
Nomad Vagabond might be a little bit out of position there. Solidarity rotating, but not really catching Ascuri. So they're fine. Just have to hang back.
Definitely. And we have rotation again. Baptiste, so influential. Just these Baptiste rotations, managing to apply that pressure, just being there. Like, Baptiste has so much potential to secure a kill. I mean,
Rudy! Get away, get away! Nice counter there. They need to back off. Recall. Finn is also rotating up, so this top turret will be in a bad position.
Definitely Rudy gonna have to be forced back home to base as he does need to heal up. Not gonna actually gonna have that flash, sorry. So he's managed to save that, not used that yet. So that will be important for the next 2 minutes as Kyo tries to push that turret. Nothing really going on in the mid lane here. I mean, as we do say, like, it is very even on CS. We don't see many differences in the side of this team until we get to about late game. Just similar, I think, is going to be to game 1, where we don't see much happen. I mean, very quiet again. 5 minutes in,
definitely.
No kills going on the board.
Ascuri very low. He's gonna burn. He's burning. He's burning. He's burning. He's alive.
As I say, no kills coming out. Oh, it's getting almost chunked down there by the Spitfire on VG Just 3.
And then Nomad Vagabond didn't even have the healing available. He just had used it, so he couldn't really help him out. So it was really scary for a second there. Meanwhile, Solidarity is trying to steal this Crystal Treant, but he spots Rudy rotating down. He decides that it would be probably bad for his health.
Certainly is. Supports now carry banners in recent updates, now recent patches that has changed. So support he doesn't really want to challenge that with Nomad there just to steal it away from him. Gonna be dead even. Here we are, about 6 minutes into the game. I mean, as we see, about a 1k gold lead opening up though now for the side of Midget's gang. Very interesting, but Joker looking to get caught out here.
Kyo also in a bad position on top, but it should be able to stay alive.
Don't know about a 1v2 and NV2, but I'm not sure about a 1v1. Looks like
Ascuri takes a fireball to the face. Here comes Life trying to get Josue.
Solidarity getting the Ordained out onto Ascuri. Looks like it's going to be a pick though, but just can't finish him off.
One shot, one kill, but lands on Life. Nice help there from... Nice help there from Kyo helping the mid lane despite being on top. Oh, Rudy in a bad position now, but should be
Dragon's
fine.
Breath looks to caught up the stun from Solidarity to force the water wall out. Really struggling to the side of Midget's gang. It burned the water wall. Looks like they've burned their flasks on all 3 people in that mid lane, and now they're looking to apply pressure with VG Just. We've been getting a divine intervention to ensure that he gets more damage on his turret. Or is Curie gonna apply pressure?
These fireballs from Josue are really hurting. Both of these midline heroes, Oscuri and Nomad Vagabond, are so squishy in terms of life total that any fireball that they get, they always get into the danger zone, and they're gonna lose a mid turret on account of that.
I mean, for sure. I mean, always Curie played Scarf game, but it's really gonna be VG Just saying, look, hey, Curie, this is how you play Scarf. This is how you delete people, and play his own pick against him the next match.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh, Rudy on top, landing some hits on Kyo, but not enough to clean him up. Let's see what Solidarity is doing. Might be rotating up to help him, or just trying to steal his Crystal Treant. Might be in a bad position though. 1 versus 3.
Again. I mean, Finn is there, but will actually be stolen away by Life Cheeky Steal there from the lower line. Managing to steal that one away. No matter if getting stunned up, but surely the turret's still not going down yet. I mean, the one-shot, one-kill will not land onto anyone either to Kyo in the top lane, so maybe a missed opportunity there, but I mean...
This turret's really persisting. Now finally gets taken down.
Forced a Cord and a Crucible, now both burned out though. Gonna be nice block on the side of... on Midget's gangs on that Crucible. But now
still no kills.
Yeah, still no kills. Get it? And I mean, it's not like there's not been any fights either. I mean, we've seen these fights break out, but just no one being able to finish anyone off for both sides. And Just was surely hurting about that. I mean, Spellfire first though. I need to bring this up now. Spellfire got a change.
Nerfed.
It became not a damage item anymore, but now something that becomes really this like
the counter healing, yeah.
But now picking up first item, I have to disagree with this. I don't feel like Poison Shiv, or not. I say this again. Poison Shiv, Spellfire is gonna be the best pick for your first item. I feel like something like Frostburn now comes into the meta more often as a damage item that still does something.
Might have a team fight coming up in the mid.
We do see a team fight almost breaking out though. But all members, very aggressive rotations coming down from the side of Midget's gang. Looking to try get pick off double stun on the fish food, but he blocked off on Kinetic. Not going to land onto that Scarfer's life. Not like Solidarity will manage to block that out with Baptiste.
Oh, it's Sunfang that might be on the bad position there. 1 versus 1 against Solidarity. Nah, they don't want any fight. They're good. They're just shopping.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear in the background, but there's a wild fortress in the background going on. Don't know if you can hear that.
Yeah, there's a dog outside. Sorry for that.
Wild fortress. I mean, when vainglory comes IRL, you know it's getting real. But we know it's getting real as VG Joswe're just going to get burned out here. And so just the Finn, going to be a double kill. Finally, kills coming onto the boards.
I missed that kill because I was focusing on the crystal, that was being stolen by the side of this Baptiste. But now the capture for the Ghost Wing comes out. Let's see if there's any contestation or not. All 5 members of Joey Skag's team are there. Should be able to take it. There's a 1-shot, 1-kill trying to snipe, but doesn't quite connect. And now Solidarity is the one who needs to be careful.
So that's going to be a couple ultimates down, but not going to manage to steal that away as the Ghost Wing first of the game will go to the side of Midget's gang. Now, this is kind of how it went last game. I mean, Midget's gang get this lead at some point, but we have to be careful. Blacklaw is coming up. Do not want to throw that Blacklaw again like last game. It's going to be devastating to see 2 throws. Would not like to see that. I mean, it's almost like we go back in 2018 with the World's Invitational. I mean, we saw Clash so many times. Pro Clash getting that Blacklaw and throwing it away, having it stolen by the enemy team. So don't want to have a repeat of that for the side of Midget's gang. I mean, now Joker's team that's managing to reposition here, getting the jungle. We are about 12 minutes into the game. Blacklaw's just about to spawn, but we are 2k ahead and on the side of Midget's gang. However, Joker's team are ahead in turrets as they are 1 turret ahead, taking that mid lane turret down just earlier in the game.
Wondering if there's another team fight in the mid. There's definitely a fight happening on the top. I'm Keo 1 versus 2 once again. Rudy trying to stun him up, not quite connecting.
We see that rotation from Baptiste and bot lane just not managing to find Joey though. So well positioned under his turret, really fixing up his mistakes from last game. Not gonna find anyone. And one shot, one kill. Trying to go into the mid lane. Looks like mid lane pressure will be applied for those minions crashing into the turret, but it's gonna look like I'm Keo trying to pressure. I mean, just no team able to really pressure anywhere on the map. There's such good rotations from both sides, managing to make sure that no turrets fall. As I say that though,
The turret falls on the bot.
As I say that, that rotation from the Scarf was not alerted by the allies, and Scarf enabling
and the top might fall now as well.
We see top now
full team rotation.
I mean, this is just a disaster for the side of Midjet's gang, losing 2 turrets in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, they tried to get that mid turret and then ended up just getting scattered around and not quite getting anything. They get a kill though. They get a kill. That must count for something.
I mean, it only counts for so much when you get turret gold. I mean, I think I would probably have 2 turrets myself. But certainly 3 kills on the board, none.
Ooh, they might be in a bad position now. They're about to get 4 versus 4, trying to take down this turret. Gotta get pinched down.
Gonna happen. Deadly Hollow kind of come in, but Keo's coming into the backside now. Holy Nova gonna miss out on everyone, but Magnus going to stun up this Grace. Now looking for the Scar's breath, the Crucible will come out, but it looks like Scar's just gonna burn him all right down here. As Zandeng now gonna have to ultimate away, as he will manage to change the fight. One person on the side of Baptiste will fall. Ooh. Now 2 members gonna fall as Keo now running for his life. Kinetic trying to snipe it down, but Deadly Hollow is going to be the target now. Is very low, going to miss on the fish bridge, but surely going to die as Crocodile just can't defend him. But Deadly Hollow still managing to get away. Don't know how that happened. Just managing to walk right on away from that one, as Keo and Crocodile will have to reset.
That was an interesting engage. I mean, it seemed like PTP had the advantage there, but then they suddenly got turned around on. Don't know how that managed. Like, Scarf had the ultimate and everything landing on them.
Surely, yeah. The Scarf ultimating down, but Rudy with that clutch ultimate on the Sand Fang, managing just to pull everyone in to the middle and wiping out 2 of the main damage dealers, or sorry, the Baptiste and the Scarf on the side of Joker's team.
A very close matchup. Let's take a look at builds real quick. While there is no matchup, Joey Skaggs going for the more sustained build.
I mean, I'm just gonna have to point out again. I mean,
Spellfire.
I mean, it's Spellfire and even Harvest. I mean, there's just no damage coming out.
I mean, but Spellfire makes some sense against the Finn's support and the healing from Grace. But I mean, it's relative. I don't know.
I mean, Scar's just gonna fall off a cliff.
These guys are pros. They should know what they're doing.
They should, but I mean, surely the Scarf. I mean, Spellfire is not a damage item anymore. It does some damage, but it's more of a poison ship, really, for CP carries. It's not gonna do damage, and when you have a Eve of Harvest after that as well, there's just no damage being.
Yeah, you don't really do the damage that you would have with the Shadow Glass.
I mean, Life's gonna be the one bursted down here. Has to use his boots to get away. A little bit out of position there, as rotations will come up from Joker's side.
They see Sunfang up top, so they decide to start on this Ghost Wing. Let's see if he gets contested or not. Ooh, force the call, get Crucible out.
The infusion has been popped by Joey Skaggs, looking to try and pack.
Fish Food trying to get it. Nope.
Won't steal it. Now it's going to be an engage. 5 members coming in, but perhaps it's just bit off more when you can shoot. It's now Deadly Hollow's low, and Keo's going to get chopped out. The Sand Fang ultimate doesn't land, but it's going to be Deadly Hollow now falling. 2 members. Disaster as the Ghost Wing will be taken, but all of this Ghost Wing buff is for naught as 3 members fall. Now Crocodile has to be careful.
Yeah, that Grace went to trying to punish the poking damage from MJC, and he ended up biting more than he could chew. She ended up out of position, forcing the rest of the team to come to her aid, and they just got into a bad engage there. So they just threw away the advantage that they got from Ghostwing.
Certainly, for sure. I mean, just so over aggressive on these objectives. Joker's team just needs to be careful. I don't think they realise that Scuff just doesn't have the damage that he needs. I mean, Kestrel still only one damage item. Really, the bonus sword just there to burn down that target enemy's armor. They need to wait till we get to the late game where Scarf, whether it's Baptiste, whether it's Grace, and with Divine Intervention, and especially this Kestrel damage, is able to perform its greatest.
Now we're gonna escort Black Claw, take one turret, but the Fearsome Shade coming out, and Joey Skag's team need to be careful here of the counter engage. Gonna take out this Crystal Treant, so that's good enough.
Crystal Treant will be stolen away by Joey Skaggs there, so that's gonna be them now okay behind on the side of the leaderboard. Now 6 turrets dead even for the side of Midget's gang, and 8 kills to nothing for the side of Midget gang again. So really, Joker's team not in a great position this game. Looks like a totally different game here, PS.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still very evened out. It's just those team fights have always been in favor of Joey Skag's team for some reason or another. But I think overall in the late game, we might have very easily a reversal of what's been happening.
Definitely that last team fight in the first game, managing to reverse all expectations. We thought Midget's gang were going to take it, and then the Black Claw so subtly stolen away.
It's a bush surprise. 5 members in the bush.
Oh, the and the Sansei ultimate coming out here is what I want to see, PS. As
you called it.
Are now going to be the target on the side of Joker's team. Such good plays by the side of Midget's gang. That's what has made my evening, man. I'm so excited for this.
Rudy and Nomad Vagabond, we salute you. Nice combo there, and now they're going to get a free Ghost Link. They need to be careful of the mid, though. I think Oscar is going to go there to take care of it while the rest of the team finish up this Ghost Link. What an awesome play. I love that combo. It's so aggressive.
That combo's so toxic when you can't see it coming, and there's no real way to that unless you have pixel perfect reactions against a combination that deadly. You have to be very careful when all the enemies go off the map about that just coming in and deleting them for the side of Joker's team.
The bush surprise.
Certainly a mega bush surprise, man. I wouldn't even say bush surprise. I think that's a gigantic surprise. It doesn't usually got wipes. Don't know what happened, man. And now, as they're looking to apply pressure around other parts of the map, I mean, Joker's team looks so scared now almost. They're like going as a team here and being very cautious about what lane they're going to choose to go into.
They have all 5 members on the bot lane, so they need to be careful here.
Certainly looks like bot lane is going to be pressured again. They're desperately trying to get his tier 2 turret, but with 5 members all down here in the bot lane, going to be very difficult to pressure. Just going to have to settle for a loss there. As the Ghost Wing buff is about to come down away from
They're rotating to the mid and possibly to Black Claw. Let's see what they do, but the red team is also already rotating up. We have a team fight coming up on the mid. Another bush surprise, maybe? No, they decide to start up the Black Claw. I don't know if that's a good idea. We saw what happened on the previous game.
Yeah, we saw
they do have vision.
We saw the throw as the Ghost Wing buff comes down last game. The Ghost Wing buff is down again. Yet Fearsome Shade will manage to free 3 members of the side of the Jet's gang, but it's going to be the Black Claw secured. Now Joey on this side of the front lines are not where you want to be, as you are going to be waterfall into safety mode, as it is now the side of Joker's team now running away as the Crocodile will fall, but it's a nice night on Rudy as he will be taken out on the back line there. Kyo out of position though, now going to be surely deleted and wiped off the map. Goodbye Kyo, as he will be wiped back into the healing portal, into the healing base, as now we see pressure.
This might be game. If they play this properly, this might be game.
I mean, it should be. There's just not really defense coming out. Fearsome Shade will miss on all but 1 member, and now they're looking
fairly
for
low.
but 3 members. Blackburn not enraged yet. They're looking just
Decisions.
to stay over. Well, Joey
Water wall
almost
keeps
getting
Joe
taken
Skaggs
out by the
alive.
Vein Crystal. Has to be careful.
Joe Skaggs was so aggressive on this last battle of pushing the Black Law, but the water wall saved him a couple of times, which is what the support is supposed to do. In this case, the jungler. So
yeah,
well played.
So much defense on the side of Midget's gang. They have this Sand thing, and they have this Lorelei as well as the Lyra. You know, obviously the healing coming out of her as well, and the bulwark to stop any engage coming out from the side of Jokers. So really, just gonna have to struggle to reach the backline where Curie and Joey Skaggs are. But as I said, the backline, Joey Skaggs' last team fight was way out in front, just immediately over the wall. They do look to pressure this Ghost Wing now, as perhaps Joker's team just too scared to contest.
Yeah. And the Kyo is still so behind on build, he doesn't even have Tyrant's Monocle yet. I just finished it now.
Just finished his third item. See, that's only 4 items now, the Kyo.
Yeah, it really feels like the main problem on the side of Joker's team is lack of damage overall. They have a lot of crowd control, but they just get out-sustained by Joker's team.
I mean,
let's see if they can find a better engage.
PG Joswy is full build right now, so Joswy has all eyes on him to get the damage done in this team fight where he is slightly behind. But now the pull coming in as a stun deletion on the side of Joker's team. The Quibble will manage to not land on anyone with the will just get deleted where he stands, as now it's going to be 3 members for the side of Joker's team. That portal with the Sand Bengal not respecting that combination for a second time, as now that draft surely is going to be the end of the game as they are on the Vein Crystal. Yes enough, they are deleting them way into a game 3.
Very close matchup. I mean, not as close as the first one, obviously. A lot more in favor of Joker's team, but very well played on both sides. It seems that that deadly combo that you were mentioning early on that we managed to see twice was really one of the deciding factors on this match, I believe. So well played. 1-on-1 on this series. Let me try to quick fix that cursor thingy thing and increase the volume while you guys talk about stuff.
I mean, for sure. I mean, there's so much to talk about here. I mean, straight away is Sand Fang and Lyra toxic combination where we see the Sand Fang charge up his ultimate and Lyra shove it down the throats of the enemies. As we were so twice they weren't expecting that to come out. Joey Skaggs had a much better game. I scored 5-0 and 8 on his kill score. Absolutely monstrous CS compared to Kyo in the mid part of this game as well. Kyo just not having a great game, 0 and 2 and 1. I think NMV2 is 2v1. Don't know about him losing that, but he certainly lost a game.
Yeah, the game really didn't go in favor of Kyo this time as it went on the previous matchup.
I mean, they really did shut him down, and I mean, that was, again, though, as well as Kyo being shut down, which I think was the right thing for them to do on the side of Midgang. They've also, Scarves, Bill with Spellfire and Eve of Harvest really just didn't have an impact in those mid-game fights. You saw him getting that massive Dragon's Breath onto about 3 enemies, but no one dying, and then reversing it around on against him as he then fell shortly after to the Sand Fang.
Yeah. It was just unfortunate, but that's what it is.
It is, unfortunately, but we will go into a game 3 very exciting as we see game 3 just going to happen. And then after this, remember, we are going to see a matchup between Keys and Wisdom Mix or Joselu. So that's going to be a very interesting matchup. I can't wait to see that one fold out and see who will be winning that best of 3. But right now, we are Joker versus Joey Skaggs, game 3.
Okay, I think I should have fixed the cursor and the sound thing. So let me know if things are all right. Or I guess we'll have to see it in-game, but should be fixed.
We're up to 185 people watching. This is crazy for Vainglory right now. So if you can get it up to 200, guys, let's get more people in watching this epic vainglory action. Best of 3 right now against Joey and Joker right now. Midjets gang just managing to take that second game and see if we can get it up to 200 people. We're about to enter the draft for the third game. Oswald, it is the side of Midjets gang who won the second game.
So you have 1-1. The series is tied. Okay, fixing the team names. Should be ready to get into the draft. We're waiting for Vainglory to tell us that we do have a party ready. Pretty much.
We are finding a match for your party.
So close matchups. Really been fun to cast these guys. Some people on the chat have been asking who is casting and who is hosting. So I'm the one who is hosting right now. So the camera fuck-ups is my fault. I'm PS enough. And with me casting is Highland Wolf. So
Yes.
so now you know.
Thank you. Big thanks to Viking as tournament. Massive props to him for working, and obviously Arson as well for all the infographics you see on your stream right now. So big thanks to him. So honestly, I think this could honestly go any way. I mean, I would love to say one side is going to win it, PS, but I just don't think.
Yeah, it's pretty open. I think it's up to the draft. I think it's pretty much open to the draft. We see this deadly combo come out just now, and if someone manages to pull up a similar deadly combo again, they could easily win the matchup. So
I mean, it is. I do agree with you. It is down to the draft. We saw in the first game that Tony be so epically great with this Arden, and then we saw this Lyra's fan thing in the draft, and I say, I want to see this combo, and then it wins the game.
You totally called it, Highland. You totally called it.
I think whoever wins this draft could be the winner of this final match.
We have Magnus getting banned, so little respect for the Magnus coming out there. It did do a lot of damage. I was not convinced by the build on this Scarf. You're mentioning a lot on the Spellfire, and he was doing Spellfire, Frostburn, Eve of Harvest. It didn't seem... Then he had like a Broken Myth to do finally some damage, but it didn't feel like he was doing that much damage as it was supposed to, even though he had full build. So really curious how they're going to change things up for this game. Magnus getting banned. Respect for the Kinetic also getting banned, finally. Sandfang getting banned, Catherine getting banned, and the Ishtar got picked up. I think Ishtar is still one of the main mid heroes right now, so I think it's a good pick.
I mean, I definitely have to agree with you. Ishtar definitely very strong, receiving even more nerfs in the 4.8 update, which will be coming on screens soon to Vainglory near you. But we will see the Lorelei and the Tony game picked up. Tony,
crowd control, anyone?
Man will be proud. As Tony will be picked up for the second time in the 3 games. I mean, Scarf 100% pick rate right now, but Scarf, will they be picked up game?
I'm curious. I mean, what other mid laners can you have? You can do Celeste, but she doesn't feel so good. I mean, on 4.8 she will get buffed again. She will be a lot better, but right now she doesn't feel like she's A tier, not the same level as Ishtar and Magnus at least.
Yeah. Celeste, definitely, if you can play it, I mean, any hero, if you play it well, will have an impact, but
yeah.
Celeste, there's just better picks as well. I'm surprised Samuel didn't get a buff.
Oh, pick Jewel for the mid lane. CP Jewel, even better, CP Baron.
CP Baron. I love a good CP Baron in the lane. CP Petal is my favorite though.
Yeah, CP Petal is, but obviously CP Petal is not for the mid lane. Obviously, maybe CP Saw.
It could go anywhere. CP Saw, get those shanks in here.
Shank Nation. Anyways, you get the Maline by Oscuri. I think that's a good pick. It's one of the most even out heroes, and she can get away from the crowd control. But it seems that it's Joey Skag's team that has more crowd control right now. 3 stuns available so far. So welcome to Stunland, everyone. And now also Arden coming up, which also has this Gauntlet ultimate to stun people some more. So I hope the side of Joker has some Crucibles ready, because they're definitely gonna need them.
I mean, Midjets Gaming taking a page out of Joker's composition in game 1 with this Tony and with this Arden, where you can put the gauntlet down and then bada boom every single person into the stun. I mean, toxic comp. But we see, very interesting, there's a Churnwalker being picked up by the side of Midjets Gang. Churnwalker, not a pick I would say is one of the best captains right now.
I'm curious. I'm curious what they're gonna do with this Churnwalker. I mean, Churnwalker is good overall, but against the composition with this much CC, I wonder if he will, you know, not be stunned long enough to be able to apply his abilities on the enemy teams. So, curious how this will be played up. But it's going to be played out by Crocabulia, so it's going to be on the support role. Josue is going to be playing Ishtar on the mid. The last pick from the side of Joey Skag's team is Kane, so Joey Skag is going to be playing Kane, probably on the bot lane, as he has been playing on the previous games. And Kyo is back on Miho, which he was playing so good on the first game. So I'm really curious how he will redeem himself from his not so stellar matchup on this the second match that they had.
Definitely have to agree with you. I mean, I would say that probably the most interesting comp out of this is the side of Midjets Gang. I mean, this Churnwalker and this Miho. Miho's such a powerhouse and killed so well in the first game. I can't does in the third game. But then equally, we do see on the side of on the Joker's side, but equally on Midjets Gang. Apologies. We see the Arden and the Tony, actually. So very
Arden and Tony is a very good combo as well, because if you use the gauntlet into the team fight and then you bada boom bada bing in the middle of it, everyone gets stunned up. So it's a very interesting combo as well. Not as effective as the Sunfang and Lyra, but still quite cool.
Now, I worry that Churnwalker's not going to have an impact in these teamfights because I have a feeling that their composition is very fast teamfight oriented, and Churnwalker likes to take his time to get hooks up and whatnot. So I wonder if Churnwalker is going to be as effective. He probably could be not. I mean, I do see as well this Meline on the side of OS Curie, and Meline's just going to be able to dip into the shadows. And
just get away from the chains real easily. That's one of my main concerns as well. So let's see how Crocabulia plays this Churnwalker. Maybe he's gonna be like more aggressive and always be in the face of the opponents, be the target for them. But if he's tanky enough, but it's dangerous. It's very dangerous. Let's see how it works out.
I do agree with you there. Deadly Hollow going into Joey Skaggs. Just gonna dip a bit of damage back onto him. We've seen the bot lane there as well, Kyo and really as well, just dishing damage out. We are just a minute and a half, so quiet start to the game again. I mean, we've had 0 kills in both games pre-5 minutes. So very interesting the fact that no kills are given over either of these teams in the early game at all.
Might have a kill down here between Rudy and Namkio. Nah, they're just trading blows. They're enjoying each other's company. Joey Skaggs in the bad position here. Uses the roll to get away. He's a bit low. Can Solidar finish him off? No, he can't.
Joey Skaggs just has to respect that the Kane doesn't really do all that much damage. Even a triple tap, little bit lacking in that damage in the early game. Has to just be careful, I think, of Grace, who has so much early game potential.
Life rotating up, trying to help Joey Skaggs a little bit here. Just trying to dissuade some aggression from the opponent team, I guess.
Exactly. And I mean, 2.5 minutes into the game, we do see a bit of a gold lead opening up, though, for the side of Joker's team. So about 7.8k versus 7.1 right now. So about 800 gold into the advantage of Joker's team. So, and a little bit of a different game compared to game 2, where Midjets Gang were ahead in the early game. So, bringing stuff back from
Solidarity needs to be careful, getting a bit low there on the top lane. Decides to recall, leaves Deadly Hollow alone. That gets taunted up by Life. That cancels Solidarity's recall, but they decide to recall back again.
We do see an issue in the mid lane as well. Very equally low, but 10% health going down to that Churnwalker. So we're going to have to be careful about that Chunker chain being pulled into the...
Yeah, but it's the first levels. I
CP.
mean, Churnwalker's
Oh,
gonna
this
get
is
more tanky as the game progresses.
For sure, which makes him just an all greater fit, I think, for the side of Joker's team. Now, we see a bit of skirmish going on, as you say, in this bot lane, really going on. But just
Yeah, they're just
choosing
trading
to stay-
blows. They're not really doing any damage.
Yeah, no rotations as well. It's not like Baptiste, where we saw in both games. Baptiste was everywhere in the map in game 1 and game 2 for both sides, both Joker and Mid-Chess Gaming. There's no real rotations coming out, apart from that Tony that rotated up top lane we saw in the skirmish.
Yep. I gotta steal some barrier tree ants down here on the bottom. It's always good. They're so yummy.
Little bit of gold into the pocket of Joker's team, and that's going to extend their gold lead to about 1,000 in the lead, right? So opening up a little bit of way for themselves.
Rotation from Tony to the bot lane, but spotted by Keel. He decides to back off.
And we talk about vision. I mean, vision's so important for both sides. We have to make sure that these rotations, especially the early, get caught so easily. I mean, Keo, if he gets put behind, he's really going to struggle. But if they can manage to get Keo ahead into the mid-game, he's really going to be quite an unstoppable monster.
Yeah, we saw it on game 1, the power of Miho. Even though there was so much crowd control, she still... I mean, Miho is really good at avoiding crowd control with her flashes. So it really plays into her playstyle somewhat.
I mean, exactly. Keo plays Miho so well. I mean, I have to call Keo again. This Miho play, managing to dip and dodge out of these ultimates like the fearsome shade in game 1 so many times, and managing to find those targets on the back line really hurt people like Oris Curie in the mid lane more than not.
Little team fight going out in the mid lane. 4-man rotation down there, trying to put some pressure. Hiding in the bush. Malene has to use the shadows to get away. Avoids that.
Almost getting...
Yeah, miraculously avoids that ultimate there. Now it's Tony that gets chained up, taunted up, beaten down. He's fine. He's alive. Life is alive. Bada boom, bada bing!
And deletion as Keo will be dropped for first blood. 5 minutes, it's almost 6 minutes into the game now. Joey's gags on the back line. Joey's sweep, gonna have to be careful. Gonna have to pop his ultimate now as the gauntlet will come out. Just danger at all sides for the side of Joker's team. That's gonna be 2 members falling back to pull in onto Churnwalker. We speak about his Churnwalker getting into the late stage to the team fight. Now really having that impact, manages to trade back and kill life.
Well, very nice trade-off there, back and forth. They almost got Tony, but then they got a little sat back when aid came to him. And they managed to end up with a trade, so nice to have some sort of engage so far. It's good to brighten up the day. Meanwhile, we have a Ghost Wing available, so if any team wants to go for her, they do have that possibility.
Every game, yes, we see this Ghost Wing come onto the map, and we see a team fight break out. I mean, both these teams immediately recognizing what stage of the game they're at and going for these picks whenever they can to try get themselves these objectives early on.
Yep. Still very early in the game. I want to take a look at builds real quick, but we have a skirmish going in the mid and a skirmish going on the top. Deadly Hollow versus Joey Skaggs. I think it's pretty much contained. Let's take a look at the middle. Life has arrived and the team fight has been broken out. So let's take a look at builds real quick, see who is building what.
I mean, I think Malene very, very heavy on the CP here. I mean, OSQ likes to play that. We saw that in game 1. I mean, equal to... I mean, in contrast to VG Joss, we Shatterglass first item going all out damage against these enemies here, looking to burn people down with the ultimate on VG Josui here.
Yeah. Might have another team fight coming up on the mid. Both teams positioning themselves.
Looking for a little bit of a skirmish. 4-on-4 right now, 5 minutes.
Kane is on top though, so I don't think Joey Skaggs' team is gonna force this team fight.
No, don't want Kane to push that turret in, so you see Deadly Hollow moving back into the top lane, managing to just counteract that Kane, keep him at bay just now. Rudy in the bot lane was going to push that turret down to reset, I think, for Joker's team and clear these waves.
So Skag's in a bad position there. Has to hide behind the turret, but Life rotates down to help him up. And we might have another skirmish going up in the middle.
You're just going to be able to use that wicked escapade to manage to get away from the enemies on the side of Joker's team against Josh Sweet and Crocodile here on this Churnwalker. So important that RSQ can avoid these chains from the Churnwalker and avoid being on that pools and that torment from the Churnwalker, which can just be so devastating in a team fight.
Yeah, definitely. Another Crystal Tree Ant being picked up by Joey Skag's team. We have a little bit of a jungle invasion going up on the top, but not much to pick up. Joey Skag's might be overextending. No, he decides to recall. So yeah, pretty cautious game so far from both teams. Just a little skirmish happened early on. Other than that, both teams waiting for an opportunity, a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, both teams respect each other as they've done in every game. I mean, Killball, because on the board just 1-1, it almost 10 minutes into the game, but we do see a gold lead of about 1,000 and pressure on this first fight. But Life looking to get that bada boom, but can't get it to work his out. But Taunt and the stun on the fish food's going to come out onto Crocodile, but he's going to be okay because he's a chunky Turnwalker and he will be just fine.
And they left the top lane unchecked, so Grace is gonna have to hurry back up. Trying to keep her. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the bot. Little flash action back and forth. But
a little bit of flash X on the board.
Not doing enough damage yet. Another engage proposed by Life, but the disengage quickly follows. Crocodile in a bad place. But a booming to the tower. Ooh, nice escape with the ultimate there. How the hell did he stay alive?
The torment for the Churnwalker combined.
Oh, Joey Skaggs finishes him off now. That was nasty, Joey. That was nasty. You shouldn't do that.
Good rotation. Life now looking in trouble. Tony, you're gonna have to walk away, but Solidarity once more. You're gonna have to just disengage off that Deadly Hollow. Looking to try catch out Joey. Life also there though.
Yeah, you just need to recall. Never mind your jungle.
A massive outplay. Kabulia was out, but just not respecting that torment from the Churnwalker, which saves him and manages to kill him on the side of the mid-jets gang. So gonna have to be careful of this torment coming out in future fights.
Woskri might be in a bad position there. No, he notices Kyo is around. Ooh, we might have a little fight for this Crystal Tree Ant. Ultimate coming out. Yeah. Kyo's zooming in. Who's gonna get this Crystal Tree Ant?
Oh, Kyo managed to steal it and just gonna run away with his life there. But now Crocodile, you'll have to get out there as we are coming out from the side of the Jets gang. And you have to be careful and respect the enemy side, even if they are 1k ahead, you know.
1k is nothing in Vainglory.
I mean, right, okay, I'm really confused here because I've seen the build again and Curie, the Spellfire again. I mean, guys, we need to have a talk.
It's secret tactics. You think it's not worth anything anymore, but in reality, it's quite awesome.
I mean, well, not for the Scarf last game, I disagree.
I mean, on last game, both enemy mid laners had Spellfire, so...
True.
But then again, both teams had healing and sustain and stuff, so they needed mortal wounds.
True, I just feel like the Shatter Glass from Joss be doing so much more, and Kiri just really can't dish out this damage. I mean, Malene, oh, hang on, the Mio looking to jump in, the ultimate from Joswy. They will grab that turret, but not going to go in there more, as Live is going to respect him. I see that almost gets caught in by the fish food.
Now we have rotation coming up to the top. Don't know if they're going to focus on the dragon or on the lane. Deadly Hollow is holding the lane well enough. Against Joey Skaggs. Ooh, nice. Nice portal to finish off Joey Skaggs. Well done. Good job. And now they could easily take a dragon. I don't know why they're insisting in this tower.
I mean, for sure, I do think that the dragon is a good call. I mean, with bot lane damage dealer down, that is Q for an objective take, but they will manage to get this turret for sure, and just not going to be able to apply enough pressure on the side of Midget's game to defend that. Is Joey will get caught out. Need to respect these Lyras coming out. I mean, Lyra, they worked so well with the side of Midget's gang in game 2, but getting a taste of their own medicine as Joker uses it to.
And Kyo's gonna get the bot tower as well, so they're definitely gonna bounce back or further in advantage in terms of gold in this matchup. I guess this now we have a fight for the Crystal Treant. I was about to check the builds, but we do have a Crystal Treant fight about to come. 4 versus 3. Life in a bad position, gets chained up, gets pulled down, stunned up. The Crucible coming out, but not quite avoiding the stun. And now the ultimate. Rudy has to use the gauntlet for safety, not quite enough to keep him alive. And all 4 members stuck in that gauntlet. Okay, now is a good time to check the builds. Let's take a look at builds real quick. So Ishtar going for the Shatter Glass, not Spellfire.
Certainly has to agree with that. I mean, Ishtar dishing out so much damage in these team fights. 5-0 on the kill board. Every kill going to this Ishtar. I mean, Ishtar getting really fed right now. And also the CS. We have to talk about the CS. I mean, VG Joswy again, about 20 ahead of Curie. Just like game 1, it feels like. Where VG Joswy just applying so much pressure in the mid lane that Curie just can't quite get his CS properly.
Yeah. We got a dragon, a Ghostwing dragon from the side of the Joker team, and now they're rotating up to Blacklaw. Don't know if they're gonna start it or not. I would advise against it because they're 5 versus 5.
We've seen a Blacklaw throw already.
Yeah, we've seen one too many for these series. Life is gonna try to do his jungle. There's nothing there for him to get.
I mean, we do see the side of the Joker's team about 6k in the lead right now, so the gold lead opening up quite significantly for the side of Jokers as 5 to 200 more 15 minutes in. They are trying to go for the Blacklaw. Now, will they manage
risky,
to get,
very risky.
Midget's gang realizes what's going on. He's going to come out from the light level, but look at that space. Just going to have to get Oskuri back out of there. They're not going to be able to contest this one, and the damage is just too significant for Joker's team as they do have Ghostwing buff and are 6k gold ahead. They're just losing damage to the side of Midget's gang to contest.
And they didn't overcommit to contest it. They just tried their luck without losing any members. So now they can defend this escort of the Blacklaw. Not very useful so far. 1 tower already done.
Blacklaw still healthy. VG Joswy looking to go in, but Miko's going to land. But it's going to be blocked out. Miko will not land that decisive ultimate on that stun. He's going to be able to stun, but Bradabin will get blocked out. It's Light not going to be able to do anything now. Dangerous position, going to be pulled back in by the Chunwalker, but it's going to be Nomad who is the target, going to get chopped up. And this is a very fast game. Perhaps it's going to be the end of the game, as now it's fight for their lives as Stray Skags is trying to defend. But onto the back line, the Hollow comes, and they're trying to get a Holy Nova stun up, but Rudy is going to be next. Oh, the Torment is going to come out for Crocobrulia, but going to be Crocobrulia perhaps actually falling now. Kyo jumping around, dip and dive, will manage to get himself away. And Crocobrulia will run away from this one.
They're all so low, but this is game. Unfortunately,
it looks like game. Very decisive, 17 minutes of game, not a long game like our previous two, but it is going to be Joker's team 2-1 winning over Midget's gang.
Was still close, but in the end, just the damage coming out from the side of Joker's team was really too decisive. We were talking a lot about the Churnwalker not really able to do much on the game, and it ended up working perfectly for them.
I mean, we look at the builds here, and I mean, I do strongly disagree with the fire. I mean, OSQE really just wasn't popping out enough damage. Malene is known for bursting down heroes with her abilities. That is what she's about. And putting Spellfire on Malene first is not up to 4.6. It's 4.7 now, where Spellfire has changed. And Shatter Glass would have been a much better item first, or even a Frostburn.
Yeah, and there's no refresh speed as well, unfortunately. I think he was working towards a clockwork or something, but or an aftershock, but it wasn't quite there yet. So
So
unfortunately, not
there's
really
something
doing
else I
enough
want
damage.
Something else I want to talk about here is Benny. Oh my goodness, combination name Benny Vidavici VG saying that 70 minutes double support in no fountain. Well, that's because I would like to probably suggest that the support, at least for myself, I think it's just changed the meta. There's not really fountains coming out. Fountain just doesn't do enough healing for a lot of captains' opinions. It only does about 100 to 200 heal for every member, which can be actually just done in return as damage by you. So opting for something like a capacitor plate, which offers that increased healing and barrier potential with speed boost to a barrier or a heal, on something like a Lyra, actually, and even the Grace here with her divine intervention is just so much more of a better choice.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. I mean, the fountain's not always mandatory. Crocobully ended up picking one, although they had the healing from both the Grace and the Lyra, so they had super extra healing, but it's not really mandatory on 5 versus 5. But yeah, good game. Well played, guys. I'm gonna switch back to the banner image.
So
we
we
have
are
another game
taking-
coming up between
Yeah.
Team Kias and Team Wisdom X.
I mean, yeah, taking about 5 minute break, guys, but don't go anywhere because the second series is coming soon. 5 minutes as we go to Keys Endless Delirium versus Joslu's Tasty Paellas, starting very soon. We'll see you guys just shortly. Mm-hmm. Right,
we're
welcome back, everyone. Yeah, we're back for the next series. I'm so excited. That was
Team
crazy.
Keys versus Team X Joselu.
Yeah, definitely.
Isn't it the name? Or you're supposed to say Wisdom X now? I only know him as Joselu.
Joselu.
The artist previously known as Joselu.
Joselu. Is that his name now? Joselu.
Maybe, possibly. I don't know. So are we ready for the matchup? So we go over who is playing on the side of Team Keys. We have Keys, Immersion, Ocean, Cotp, and Amorph. On the side of Team Wisdom, we have Wisdom X, the artist formerly known as Giselo, Ivan the Terrible, Deca on your screen, Artem RU, and STN36.
Yeah, so PSNF, right? I want to ask a question. So, like we said with BG Justin's Choice Gags, like, are there any teams like on like is there any team like out of these two that you like call your eye?
I know more people on the side of Wisdom X's team, so I'm gonna go for that. But I know that Keys and Immersion and Ocean and Imorph play pretty good as well. I don't know Cotp. I don't know if it's his name and I just never caught it, or if it's a rename or something. But I've got to put my name on Wisdom X's team.
Very interesting. And I mean, right. Okay, so before we go into the games, stream chat, we have something for you. Now we're gonna play a game. Like, what's that film? Saw? Not that type of game though. We'll keep it PG. We'll keep it PG. So we're gonna play a game, right? With you guys. So you guys in chat need to type your answers. So it's called Yay or Nay. Yeah. So I'm making it up, and whether it's gonna be us and PS and you guys are for or against each statement. Okay. So I'm gonna say a statement, and we are going to react with a yay, a Y, or an A. Yeah. So. First statement. Deck on your screen is the best mid laner in the tournament. Yeah.
I'm gonna say nay. I think he's gonna be pissed at me. I'm gonna say nay. What about you guys on the chat? Yay or nay?
Yay or nay to Deck is on your screens the best mid laner.
Wait, is Leon playing? If Leon is playing, he's the best mid laner ever.
Leon's not playing, man. I wish. That'd be cool. Joss 3 is best. Sorry. Oh, man. I guess that's the name to that one. Deca bid best mid laner. Yay or nay? Yes or no? Yeah, in a couple. Yeah, quite a lot of no's. Rip Deca. Rip Deca's dream. So,
Deca's sad now.
Guys.
That's how you tilt players. You do a yay or nay on them before the game.
Crying emoji. So second stage, Off is going to run it down mid lane, like he said last Sunday. He's going to run it straight down, yes or no. And Morph is going to run it down mid lane.
What does it run it down mean? Like, go the whole way?
All the way to Vein Crystal in the game.
Well, I'm going to say nay again.
I mean, he said he was. I'm going to have to say yes, because, I mean, Morph did say he was going to run it down. I mean,
what's he going to do about the turrets?
Well,
they are there.
They kill you. That's the point. you see the turrets, man. 17 and no turret by unit 15. So the final statement, right? Yes or no, the Joselu's Paelas are the tastiest team. Yes or no, Joselu's Paelas are the tastiest team. Yes.
The tastiest?
No? Yeah.
I don't see any fruit there. So I don't know if it's the tastiest. I'm gonna say no.
I mean, do you like paella?
I like, yeah, because it's called Team Paella. Okay, I see what you did there.
Oh my goodness, right. Pun aside, yeah, no. In chat, is Joselu the tastiest vainglory player?
I'm gonna say no.
And eat Joselu's entire team, yes. Right, real. Anyways, right, okay, now we're done with the ban.
Should get started into the draft.
Let's go into the second match. The second series game. I'm totally gone. Keys Endless Delirium versus Joselu's Paellas. Right, let's go. We're going into the draft. We're finding a match. You guys totally need it. Is honestly, who would eat?
They're gonna make the paella and eat it.
Yeah, they're gonna make paella out of Keys. Keys paella.
We're on the draft. Take a look.
Who's casting Celeste? Well, it is me, and I'm joined by the great PS Enough, who is hosting Dream Futures right now.
Yep. Maxman had duties today. Unfortunately, he could not cast today. He will be casting the next matchups of are there games tomorrow? Or are they just next week?
So we've got more games tomorrow. So tomorrow we are actually going to have, if I can get the schedule up, we have Lovey versus Bruto, and then we also have Oswald and Le Pacifisto. But anyways, we are in the draft. We are forgetting the draft here. We're totally annoying. Per Keys and Joss, we're going to get very lonely. So we have Kinetic each time being banned on this side of Keys' team, and Miho and Catherine being banned on the side of Joslew's. So, but we're seeing this Baptiste picked up time and time again. What is it about Baptiste right now that is making him so strong, PS?
Crowd control. He got a little buff on the previous matchup, and people suddenly reminded themselves that, oh, but this is actually decent. He does a lot of damage, he does a lot of crowd control. That's pretty good for pro matches where you need crowd control to isolate someone down. Talking about crowd control, Wisdomax just picked up Sunfang and Finn. That's some crowd control for you.
I mean, Sunfang and Finn, very, very tanky. And now we see the Lyra coming in for the second pick Q's team. We're looking at a Petal being picked up in Morphia. A very juicy Petal, looking at pick 9.
For the mid lane, obviously. We were talking about the best mid lane.
Run it down. Run it down, mid lane Petal. Oh my goodness. That's even better than the Lyra pools.
No, they pick up the Leo instead. I guess the Leo should go on the bot, right?
The Leo, I would imagine, goes in the bot, but it can be jungle, so it's Gassy. But again, he's with the jungle. I mean, jungle Baptiste could be a top Baptiste. Very open right now. We do see Scarf being picked up again, only being picked up, not being picked up, sorry, one game. It's been picked up about 75% of the time right now in games so far. Finn, equally very popular, and Sanfeng always being banned or picked. Again, these very popular picks coming onto the side all of Joselu, but we do see this Lyra. Lyra's been very strong all day right now, as we did see it win 2 games ultimately for both Midget's gang and Joker's team.
And we see the Kestrel getting picked up on the side of Paella team. Which is interesting. And Celeste is going to be the mid lane for the side of End. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I like to pick on Kestrel and Ilva as well, because we have so much crowd control that Kestrel and the Scarf as well will be able to just hang back and do a lot of damage. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how they play that out, and how I think I like the composition from Paella more than I like the composition from Kia's team.
I mean, I'm gonna have to disagree though, because it's always been about CC in these games, and as we see, there's a heck of a lot of CC coming out on the side of Keys, as we see the Baptiste, we see the Lance, and we see the Leo coming out. I mean, if you get someone caught out, they are getting removes off the rise.
Yeah, so it seems like nowadays these pro matches always feel like it's a crowd control battle. Like whoever can crowd control the better. Whoever misses a crucible is dead, pretty much. So also capitalizing on being slightly out of position on those team fights. If you catch someone out of position from the rest of the team, you can be able to gank him down and punish him real hard. That's the way you find to get an opening into getting a kill.
And something else I want to see is Deca on this casual. Now, Deca was known back in the WSG for being a great mid laner for Team Italy. And ultimately, perhaps his team wasn't as great as him. But I think now, looking at this team that Jocelyn was drafted, I mean, these are crazy picks that he's managed to get onto his team. I mean, we've got obviously himself and Ivan, Deca, and Artem STN in his own right as well. Tier 10 Silver, high top 100, I've seen him in the list. A very strong team coming out of the Paellas. Right now, I'm going to totally mispronounce that.
Paella.
Paella.
Vale.
That's great. I'm so in the mood for paella now that I'm talking about it. I'm gonna be so hungry once I've done this series. The paella. I'm gonna have to come around to Josua's house. I bet you he makes a really good paella.
I wish they had the Lorelei. That would be the proper way to finish up a paella. Because Lorelei comes from the sea, you know, and paella is seafood stuff with rice.
We can make Lorelei paella.
Yeah, so that would make a lot more sense. Put some fish food into your paella. Now it's Immersion getting a fireball on his face, almost getting 2 there. Needs to be careful on this early game. Ivan the Terrible will punish him.
Ivan Terrible doing a lot of damage. This game we're back into another Spitfire. Now Immersion down about 40% of health, but he's very good support in his own right. Going to be able to just heal him right back up again. But it looks like they're struggling as STN will rotate down to mid lane.
Yeah, they're very squishy, so they need to be careful early game. And that Finn is really putting the pressure on to help Ivan the Terrible land those fireballs on the face. Like you see, the healing doesn't do much right now on level 2. You need to buy a little more health for it to really scale up. Ocean comes down to help out. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, we have Kotb versus Wisdom. Kotb managing to hang on this far.
STN looking to like, I don't know what's going on in this jungle, but STN is playing with Ocean right now. Will manage to escape that conflict though, as Ocean gonna fight again with STN getting very aggressive.
Ocean getting caught out, might be first blood. Nope, the healing keeps him alive.
I mean, we didn't see any kills at all in the entire series before minutes. Now we're almost seeing kills left and right on this series between Keys, Endless Delirium, and Jocelyn's Paellas. So very much more aggressive with the spin, especially after like you very aggressive support, and rightly so can punish his Celeste early pre-level.
Yeah, I think the main problem with this team composition from the side of Keys is that early on they're very squishy. So the side of Paella has been putting a lot of pressure because of that. They know they have the advantage early on the game, so they are taking full advantage of that. And that's what they should. If they manage to get a kill or a turret out of that, that's already a great way to evolve or start this game well. Omar very in trouble here on the top. Is forced to recall. Leaves Deca alone with another wave push.
Deca applying a lot of pressure to this Morphe on his lands. I mean, rightly so. Kestrel just so good at early game, managing to chunk out turrets. That is what Kestrel's made for.
Ocean getting caught up, 1 versus 2. He's in a bad position, getting hit by both the Ilva and the Kestrel. Is getting desperately low, but the healing coming out from Kias to keep him alive. And now it's a Morph that's left in a bad position trying to save Ocean. So Ocean like causing the first death for their team.
Disjointed team fight there on this side of Keys' team, trying to go too far too quickly.
Oh, that was just bad position. That was just bad position from Ocean.
I mean, you need to understand that the early game and the late game, they're much stronger with their composition. I think that Keys' team definitely have a better comp. Late game, but early game is very much Jocelyn's team that will be in the lead here.
Yeah, now this mid will also suffer a little bit. Now the rotation's coming out. It seems we have a rotation to the bot, so Leo needs to be careful here. But he decides to back off, so it should be safe.
We are about 5 minutes into the game. We're about that mark where the last series, the kills started popping up. We are already, though, 0-1 to the side of Lose team, and about a 2k, 1.5k gold lead for the side of Lose players. Players making that cash against...
Paella makes the cash. You know it's true.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to start a business in Paella. No. We know it works. Lose making it work.
Yeah, it makes
but
cash.
We'll have to see how it gets to the end game. Will it win the game?
Morph might be in a bad place up here. He's gonna get double teamed by both Deka and Ilva. Deadly combination. He's gonna just back up behind the turret, should be fine. Ocean's coming up to help him. He's gonna spot STN stealing his Triad. Ordain him. Gonna do a 1 versus 1. Gonna end up in a 1 versus 2, but the ultimate coming out well there. A Morph coming to his rescue once again. 1 shot, 1 kill, not quite connecting.
Deca just not quite sussing out where the Baptiste was after that team fight broke out a bit. And getting pressure 2v1 under his tower. I have to be careful, and equally immersion to E2, but still struggling. Pre-level 8 against this Scarf, who is really ramping up the pressure early game.
And now we might have a Crystal Tree and Steel here.
Exactly, pushing that.
Ooh, nice ultimate Solar Storm into the face, and that secures the Crystal Tree, and Ocean manages to pick it up.
Nice Solar Storm, I do agree. It pulled them away.
Ooh, Morph overextending, trying to get the kill on Deka, and he might pay for that. He rolls out of harm's way. Ilva still wants a piece of him, but he should be fine.
And Morph going to be in trouble now, though, as the minions are put down. And then Morph, but still has his flash, so good. And Kestrel just gonna nip away from that one.
Deka recall. Look at Ocean.
Ocean, my goodness.
Deep in the enemy jungle.
You greedy Baptiste. Did Portal to help him get out, though, as well. But not going to be enough, surely, as Ocean will just be dropped by 3 members.
Leo comes to the help, but not quite doing enough damage to finish anyone off. Might get this Ilva. Nah, I think he's just dead.
Copy surely going to go down to this fireball, but Ivan almost going down.
Oh, come on.
Onto Scarf, and not quite enough.
How did Ivan survive that? If this was update 4.8, he would have died with that hit from Celeste. With the buff that Celeste is gonna get. Deka in a bad place now. He assumed Morph was not there. Now Morph is punishing him, but it's very close. Does that guy have any... Like, Morph not doing...
builds. I mean, I'm so glad that we're not seeing... Oh, well, I was glad we're not seeing Spellfire, but Celeste just picked up Spellfire. So, we're going to have a talk again. So, Celeste, I just don't agree with mid lane. The Spellfire being first build.
I think you mentioned that once or twice.
It's just time and time again, man. I love this crossbow coming out from the Scarf, and I think it's really working. Ooh. And we can see.
Oh, Celeste going so low. Keys body blocks a fireball there.
Perhaps we'll see more damage coming to Celeste come level 8 when that Heliogenesis range is greatly increased and can just counter that Scarf from range.
Artemiru is gonna try to challenge this Crystal Treant. Ocean is rotating down. Might catch Ivan the Terrible in the bad position. All 4 members of the blue team are rotating down to protect that crystal, but I think it still got stolen.
And goes to Ivan as well, not the person you want to give it to for the side of keys.
Ivan the Terrible takes all the crystal Treants.
About 7 seats lead on the side of Ivan's immersion, and as we see the bot lane, it's about even. There's a couple leads again on Deka, about 5 CS ahead of Copy on the bot lane. Baptiste is going to go take down bot, but we see a little bit of a fight coming out in mid lane, so a lot of fights kind of breaking out, a little bit of skirmish coming across both teams. But it's still
Baptiste getting punished there. Might get another kill here. The ultimate from Wisdom gets crucibled out. Nice Ordain. Not Ordain, the... Oh, 1 shot, 1 kill! Not quite finishing up. It's Baptiste that dies. Nice vision from across the map of Deka. Doing the 1 shot, 1 kill.
The 1 shot almost kills Leo.
And the mid, Immersion is in trouble. He has to run for his life, pops the boots,
Just
tries to desperately
bites
avoid a fireball.
Coming out everywhere. Oh, almost walks into that fireball. Managed to walk backwards in time. I mean, we are about like 3k ahead right now. Almost getting caught out by
Here comes the fire brew, not quite connecting anyone. The portal also managed to help. Now it's Code P that comes to chase, trying to get someone. Solar Storm, not quite connecting as hard as he wished it would.
These global man with Castro, the one shot and with this
yeah, it's definitely a global sniping game right now.
Most sniping people out, but not quite enough damage quite yet. But we'll see perhaps late game crazy snipes, especially from Dagger. It seems to be as like he's seeking one shot, one kills on people across the map.
He's definitely keeping an eye on the minimap. He's definitely keeping an eye. Morph's gonna lose this top lane turret, but I guess it's normal. He's doing a more utilitarian kind of lance, without doing any real damage early on, going for the what's it called? It's not Coat of Arms, it's the other one.
Oh, I know what you mean.
The thingy, the Atlas Pauldron. He's going for the Atlas Pauldron and the Pulse Weave, which makes sense. I mean, he's more not a damage dealer, more of a crowd control kind of hero to do the main engage. He's struggling a little bit against Deka, but he wants to survive the early game, not win it. Now it's 1 versus 1 against Deka once again. Aid is coming to him. No, they're not, because they're having troubles of their own. Immersion
coming out as well, and it looks like Ilva's going to drop in the bot lane, as we will see one member fall there. Wisdom X still infused, but not going to be able to do the damage there. Ocean now going down to about half health. We have to be careful. There's a lot of fight going on.
Rotation into the bot lane, trying to secure this turret, or at least the kill. Batiste is quite low, needs to be careful. He's gonna recall now. Can Leo stop this wave? Ooh, 2 versus 3, gets pulled in, forced the core, jumps away from the damage. Well done.
Imagine just to get his booty to there, but we do see the gold lead has opened up the side of Joselu's team. He is about 3k, 4k in the head.
Immersion needs to be careful of this rotation coming up. Doesn't want to get stunned up.
We do the Immersion level 10 now, so does have that extended range unlocked from level 8. And so we'll be able to challenge Ivan the Terrible much more easily now. We still see that damage coming out from the scarf.
Taking a look at builds real quick, and second item on Immersion is the Frostburn. So slows being prioritized.
Definitely agree with the Frostburn. Oh, STN looking for more. Can't quite find the stun up, and the dragon's going to come out, but it'll be enough out of the show. Celeste has been rooted. Has to be careful now with Lyra looking to be caught out, sorry, as it will be. Taking one shot, one kill. That leaps to Lyra from across the map. Decker, you disgusting boy, as he removes him from the rise.
I don't know how Batiste survived there. But Decker definitely with a one-shot, one kill across the map very well. Like it's this third one that he snipes already. So really paying attention to the minimap. Morph might be in a bad position. I guess he just wants to have vision.
Oh, I love that situation. Go in. As we do see rotations coming down to the wing. Looks like it will be started up, yes, as we see 4 members and Decker coming around to rotate. Looks like a fight could start out though for the side.
We have a Ghost Wing being challenged here.
Paul coming over. Will it be a godly steal? No, it won't be a steal, and now that Leo's going to engage with the sand thing's going to be blocked out, and now it's like the scarf going to be picked out on the backside, and it will be Solar Storm now coming out, triple stun onto the Quibble, but Finn is not going to have enough to survive as it will be double kill and triple kill on the Kestrel. Somewhere in the map, I didn't miss that one, will also be killed. That's Disaster again, just like we saw in the last series, gets the Ghost Wing and 3 members fall. So
yeah, the Ghost Wing didn't really compensate, but it was a nice call. They got the Ghost Wing, they just... I don't know how they lost that team fight, really. It was so chaotic, it was hard to tell what went wrong exactly.
I mean, this Crucible on that Sand thing did get blocked out, but not really. They're just a bit too feel like in that team fight. But Ivan got caught out way too quickly on the front line, and Ivan just not with his team. It gets caught out behind enemy lines. Copy will manage to get this turret though in the top lane.
Yep.
Which is going to be a bit of gold in his pocket, plus 300 gold and 50 to every single member of the allied team. Going to even up the gold to about 3k lead from 4. So even though there's 6 turrets to 8, they're still holding up quite as far as you should expect behind, especially with that ghost wing being taken from the side of Japanese team.
Rotations coming down. I don't know why they're not focusing on Blacklaw yet. Ivan the Terrible went down a little bit there just to see the view. He didn't end up going to the shop after all. Ooh, Ilva doing a lot of damage there to Kias. They might be able to steal this Crystal Tree and... Ooh, Solar Storm hitting everyone.
Battery's gonna land, but the core's gonna be crucibled out, as we will see the snipe from Decker not land onto a target low enough as it will hit the Leo. It's going to soak that one up and walk away. But we did Blacklaw started PS enough as we do see a fight has to break out for the side of against Joselu's team. And now going to be started Copy finding a pick, but it's going to be the Ilva ultimate that roots everyone up. And it's going to be deletions from the Leo. And now a Morph running for his life, but Solar-Storm's going to hit the scuff. And now Baptiste managing to get him up. The Crucible's going to come out from against the Sand thing, but now he's going to be coming in, but his Blacklaw will be unleashed. Wisdom being triggered on his counter, and that's going to be counter deletion, as he will be deleted on the side of Celeste, being removed from the rise there. Batty's just somewhere playing about with enemies, and no more running away, but Ivan maybe will
he will survive.
Can be quick enough. He will manage to get away from that.
Very good team fight there. Ilva definitely the MVP on that team fight with both two very important momentums. The first one getting stunning up the entire enemy team, and then finishing up one of the kills there.
Also called into the Ilva trap, but not going to be enough to delete a Morph right now. They are going to defend this Blacklaw, I'd imagine, not going to do the game right now, as they are looking to back off inside of Joseph's team. But we'll manage to get the armory, which will push the minions against the side of Keys.
Ghostwing is back up and is already being started.
Exactly, we do see Clockwork on Celeste, which is going to allow her healer Genesis to be spammed a bit more. We do see the, although we don't see the B being maxed out, so because you obviously, of course, with Celeste did get when you max it out, it becomes no energy use, to where you can just put the core collapse down, but I still feel that it's more beneficial.
Yeah, I don't really use it that much. If you're having troubles with the energy, it's great, but she has the Alcyon boots anyway, so it doesn't really matter much. Might as well get the extra damage on the Holy Nova and the extra stars on your ultimate. It's just options, decisions that you have to make. Both of them work.
We do see infusions being picked up for both the Celeste and the Morph. An infusion equal side for Golden and Ivan. Also the Ghost about 35 seconds left on it now, but they are looking fresh for this top lane turret, which will surely go down 5 members. It's not going to have the man advantage for this yet, but the infusion being popped by the Kestrel, looking to fight now. They're looking to position very aggressively against the side.
Ooh, Solar Storm doing the poke damage.
Solar Storm going to push him back a little bit, but leading him into the Ilva trap, perhaps. Not going to be an engagement there, as they do choose to back off and take that nutrient instead.
I think it's still a while until Blacklaw shows up, though. So I don't know what other objective they can go take. I guess they're going for the Crystal Tree Ant right now. Secure it.
We see the Ilva trap coming out, preparing for the team fight. Ilva going to be very impactful. If Ilva can land another trap like that in a team fight again, and they don't crucible it, then it's going to be a complete deletion and wipe against the side of Keys.
Now they're trying to put some pressure on the bot lane. Both Wisdom and STN are there. The rest of the team members are rotating down. Leo's forced to jump around that wall to make sure he's safe. And the Morph is too scared to rotate down.
Very intense game, but Wisdom on the backside looks like he's quite out, but a thing will manage to pull someone in. But it's going to be Leo, triple ultimate, going to delete people with that Baptiste Theism Shade. Sandfang going to manage to stun up Keys and Leo. The Crucible will come out to Ilva's trap, but it's not going to be enough as Morph and Lance.
Just not enough damage. Just not enough damage. One shot, one kill, not quite hitting Keys.
He's gonna surely fall though. Now,
Is he?
manages to dip
Is he
down.
really?
Surely, the god Keys is, but not good enough as he support Lyra.
Can this Leo hold 1 versus 5?
I doubt it as it is going to be the end of the game. Managed to get a cheeky snipe on that Ilva from Keys, but not going to be enough, as that will be 1 to the players. Looking strong and
close matchup, but I think the main point was that they didn't have that much damage yet. I don't know if it was on who that damage was lacking exactly, but they felt like either they were not focusing on the same enemy, they were just globally hitting around the enemy team, or someone was not doing enough damage to finish a kill. Because on the team fights, the back and forth was actually pretty decent, but they always ended up losing in the end. Most of these team fights that they engaged on.
I have to talk about the damage again, man. I mean, Decker, so much damage, of course, 3, 1, and 5, but doesn't display those crazy snipes today. But when we talk about the build on the side of Keys team, and we see a fountain on Keys, I feel like a capacitor plate would have been more useful.
Yeah, definitely.
Whenever you put the heal down and you have a capacitor plate, because it's a heal, you give them a speed boost, a more higher speed boost than originally it gives, by 25%, I believe it's still. And also those barriers will be stronger and give them a speed boost when you crucible someone.
Yeah, I would have crucibled as well, but I guess he wanted to give extra health. I don't know.
I just don't feel like Fountain does enough, and especially in a Lyra, it would have been much more beneficial for them.
They felt too squishy.
Yeah,
they felt just too squishy.
As well, I mean, we do see just a lot more damage, and that's a case of just how far ahead as well. The side of Joslu's Team 1 players, it was 7k ahead by the end of the game, which realistically, there was just no way Q's team by that point, with the control that Joslu's team had over the map, that they could that quickly.
So Paella's 1 and Team 0 right now. Let's see how it works out for the next rounds. It's a best of 3, so this was the first game. We have 2 more games on this series to go. We are swapping sides and should start the game relatively soon. As soon as everyone takes their urinating break.
Is that what we call it?
Well, I didn't want to call it a piss break. That would have been rude.
Well, he said it now. He said it.
Okay, so swapped sides, waiting for a couple of members to join back up.
We were just waiting, but I think, who do you think's going to win though? Do you think that Keys can win back, guys, and stream? What do you think, Piers?
Yeah, I think they can definitely win. They just need to maybe not pick as squishy heroes early on in the game. I think that might definitely help them out. Other than that, they totally still have it up for grabs. I think they have the skills to win this matchup. It's just a matter of a draft and execution, as always in Vainglory.
Yes. I mean, the reason why they didn't win, of course, was Pell in the mid lane. No Pell in the mid lane. No. Where Pell? Amor? I thought you said you were feeding for Keys.
The deck on your screen is saying on the chat the secret formula. Don't let me mid equals win.
Yes, that is exactly it, obviously. I mean, Becca, those seeking one-shot one kills were disgusting. Every single one, apart from the first one, landed in pretty hard the time I was killing people. We're just waiting on Decker and Artem to win back, and then we can go into the second game. No, it's you can come back into the draft.
Yeah, stop chatting. Enter the game. It was a well-played game. I'm very curious how it will work out on the second game of the series, if they will manage to pull the comeback or not. Oh, Deka is saying that he's not playing. He has his birthday party. Well, happy birthday, Deka. And let's wait to see who is the replacement. Ocean is asking us to turn on the stream delay. I don't have admin privileges to change that, unfortunately.
I don't think the stream delay matters.
I mean, it matters a bit if you have someone who is on the stream and then telling you stuff on voice chat, then it kind of maybe like, oh, he has a ward there. But it doesn't, I mean, come on.
Though, I don't think it matters.
Don't cheat, people. Just don't cheat.
We're all good here. We are looking at Joselu's team. Dijan and Glader are the substitutes here. Not seeing any of the requests. Oh, we've got Glader requesting now. Just come through. So we will accept Glader into the party and we will get on with game 2 of the Vainglory Draft Series. The second series of the competition in total. Glader's going to be in. We're just going to check in the teams, and it looks like we are all great and set to go. So we are going to go into game number 2. So do you think, the stream chat guys, at Keys can reverse sweep and win, or do you think it's going to be a 2-0 to Joselu's players?
No, if they lose, they're going to say that it's because of the stream not having enough lag.
Better not. That'd be a shame.
That's the reason why we lost. Damn, people cheating with the stream lag.
I don't think in a team fight or really vision in that, you could probably realistically call it early enough to have a difference.
I mean, maybe if you're like doing a dragon and you don't have vision, they might
Perhaps.
let you know. That's the only situation. But I mean, at this level of play, you know when your opponent team is doing the dragon.
You know when there's 5 enemies often, but they're doing something.
Yeah.
So we are in the second series matchup, guys. If you are just joining...
But I agree with you guys that there should be a lag. It's just unfortunate that we don't have the admin privileges to set it bigger than what it is right now. So we agree. We're just making fun of it, but we agree with you. We'll try to fix it for tomorrow's game. The game should start soon as Vainglory allows.
Finding a match, the usual. Just like how we like it on Vainglory. We're into the second draft of the series, guys. So if you're just joining, welcome back to the Vainglory draft of the competition. We are Joselu's players versus Keys' team here. So on the Endless Delirium. So we're going to have to see if Keys can reverse sweep against players 1 up in the series. Looking at a Finn ban. Interesting. Finn, not really something I would say needs to be first banned. Very interesting bans, I think, this is competition in total, PS.
I guess it depends what they want to pick. If Finn is a nice counter to that, it might make sense to ban him. Maybe they're trying to go for the secret Sunfang and Lyra thing. And now we set it on stream, and now they will be able to stream snipe our comments and call it and counter it. We ruined the game plan. Oh, they're also banning Sunfang, so that's fine.
I don't think that anyone would allow the Sunfang and Lyra combo to go through realistically. It is a well-known combo, and I cannot believe that managed to get through so early in the competition.
It was really interesting to witness it being played professionally, though. So,
it was disgusting to watch. They just got ripped apart by the Sunfang and the Lyra, and ultimately ended the game. As you saw, if you've not seen before, spoiler alert, turn away now, it was actually
big Saw, a Morph one
Saw.
My God.
Saw getting
mid, CP Saw, the shanking Saw.
Let's go, boys. I like a Saw. It was.
We do have the Catherine and we do have the Lyra getting picked up by Kias. Let's see what Immersion ends up picking.
If a more signature pick saw Mr. Vu, I will be very happy.
It will be a fun game to comment, that's for sure.
I would love to see some 1300 damage shanks come out in one-shot people late game. I mean, Saw did get buffed. Now you can cancel his B, obviously quality of life, but also his shanks got a pretty good increase in damage. So, I mean, off
Shanky.
But I guess who we do see is this Miho coming out with the Lyra. Pretty disgusting how good Lyra and Miho have been so far in this competition as a whole, PS.
Definitely. Kinetic getting picked up by Ivan the Terrible. I guess he's got to probably rotate to someone else. I mean, actually, I'm not sure. Will Glader be playing the bot lane position that deck on your screen was playing, or will they change up the positions? Maybe Ivan the Terrible will play Kinetic on the bot.
Perhaps.
Who knows? Stay tuned to find out.
Oh, Anara, first time being picked up in the competition. So Anara not seen that much now, 4.7 or 4.6 really in the last patch. Anara very much one of those competition where you've got 5 people, voice school kind of picks, where you can use your ult when the entire team needs it to engage, or whether you need to kick people back into a wall to get a certain pick off as more allies come into the battle. So it's one of those ones where Anara is very useful in 5v5 situation, PentaQ, but not really that useful in Stoic Anara.
Yeah, she's good at stealing jungle as well, but I don't know. I was never much of a Nara player, but I've seen people do a lot of crazy stuff with her, so I try to respect her, especially her crowd control. Whenever you think you're about to kill her, she manages to kick you in the face and run away, which is quite annoying. Anyways, the final draft we have is Baptiste, Magnus, Lorelei, Kinetic, and Catherine for the side of the Paellas. What do you think about this draft? I like the crowd control that they have, and we have Magnus there to do the extra damage along with Kinetic, so I think it should work in theory.
I mean, we see Jaws lose. He's in history, so far in the competition, has been very impactful and has won pretty much half the games that Baptiste has been picked. I think Baptiste is strong and is one of the meta heroes right now in 4.7. We also see Magnus and Catherine getting through for the first time in this competition as well on STN. But equally, we do see this Miho, which I believe has won 100% of the games that Miho's been picked.
True. So far on this tournament, that is correct.
Where it is Decca's 20th birthday on this stream, so everyone wish a happy birthday if you've not already. I've seen the birthday now. Happy birthday, Decca.
Congratulations, Decca. Happy cake day.
Happy cake day. No candy things, so I'm sad. Someone
yeah, we should have a minion candy emote on the channel.
Oh, that would be good. I love a candy emote. I love that. Sweet tooth. But we see this rotations, usual rotations, no invades on enemy jungle. Not yet, anyways.
Boring.
I know, right? No action.
We want action. Excitement.
20 kills 1 minute into the game. I wanted.
Why do you pick an Inara if you're not gonna steal jungle? You should be jumping into the enemy jungle, killing yourself.
Yes, you do know that if you spin a certain way on Inara, she just instantly deletes the entire enemy jungle.
Yep.
I spoiled it now, sugar.
It's all on the direction of the spin. If you do it clockwise or counterclockwise.
The direction of the spin.
That's what matters.
The direction is...
Ooh, Godpi's in a bad position there. He uses the flash to get away. That's cheating! You shouldn't use your abilities when you're 1 versus 1 against Baptiste.
Can you imagine using abilities in vainglory?
Ooh, Ivan the Terrible. Even the Devil getting a bit low there. He needs to be careful against another fireball to the face.
Gonna have to
Artemeru.
be. He's almost getting chunked down. He's almost getting killed. But Ivan just able to survive. We'll have to pop flash because he does get hit by another Spitfire. Brutal damage.
Ocean is right there. Ocean can finish him up. No, gets stunned up. Well played, Artem.
Didn't spin the right way there, Ocean.
Yeah, it should have been the other way around.
We'll try again next engagement.
Meanwhile, on the bot, we have a 2 versus 1 pressure here against the Morph. Nothing he hasn't seen before. The rotation is coming down from Inara to help him out. Let's see if Glader and Tne36 get away in time. Yeah, they do.
Have vision on Ocean, so they spy him out before he can quite get in. And Wolf going down to about half health, but equally Ocean as well. Just going to have to respect the damage coming out of Glader and STN right now on this Catherine.
We have another engage going on the top. Kotb using the flash again to get away again. Stop cheating. It's like cheating. You shouldn't do that. It's annoying. Like you have your B ability on Baptiste to lock someone down, and you just flash away from it. It's totally not fair.
Abilities too OP now.
Yeah. They should give an extra buff to Baptiste so that he's ordained as like I don't know an extra damage when you break through using an ability or something.
Fearsome Shade now has like three lines worth of like specters that come down on you.
That's
like,
not enough. You need more.
Like, take the legendary talent from Baptiste and put
yes,
it into
apply talents. Apply all the talents to Baptiste.
Oh my goodness.
But only when he's facing up against Miho.
Yes, we're only up against Miho. Of course.
Just to make the team fight a little bit more fair.
Oh my goodness. Well, we're about 3 minutes into the game. About 800 gold into the lead. For the side of Jocelyn's team again. Artem going to be kicked back in. About the triple ish food is going to set him free away from that gank. It's Ocean. Will almost be caught out here.
Why did he go back? Oh my! Oh, that was so lucky. Like he was almost died and he came back. I wasn't quite understanding, but then I understood because she wanted to be able to land the kick. That's why she re-engaged. Okay, that makes sense. Code P versus Wisdom X once again. He zooms out once again. What a surprise! But three members on the top lane there, trying to put down some pressure, trying to get this turret down. I don't think they're gonna be able to do it, especially because Artemeru has recalled home. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Glader is having a talk with Amorph about who's gonna get that turret.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Glader. PS.
Yeah.
I had to guess. I had to put my money.
Yeah, especially because Amorph doesn't have any damage, so it's gonna be very hard for him to be able to.
Ivan getting chunked down in his mid lane though. Gonna have to be careful. Going down to about 10% of his health.
He took like one fireball and a goop on the floor, and he's down to like 20% of his life total. Oh, he almost died here.
Almost going down, but no kills. We did see a kill pre 5 minutes, but again...
Ocean wants something. He gets a stun from Catherine. That's good enough.
That's what he's getting.
Baptiste gets on the wrong side. He's gonna get 2 versus 1 if he's not careful. But the side of End decide to disengage, which is good. Good for Baptiste, that is.
Definitely. We just see quite a relaxed game, PS. I mean, we take a look at the builds right now. I mean, we do Scarf going for that option for perhaps a Shackglass or a Frostburn right now. We can't tell what. Ivan Tebble equally going for that as well.
Spellfire!
Yes, it could be a Spellfire, yes.
Just to piss you off.
Please no. Please no. The game that we have no Spellfires, I'll be happy.
Because it was nerfed. No one should use it now.
I think Spellfire is really strong as one of the later items, but I don't believe it should be first pick, like as your item. I think Frostburn right now, especially on a Scarf and a Magnus, is going to be much more efficient, where you get about 25% slow every single ability.
Ooh, Glader in a bad position here in the bot might be the first kill. Yes, it is. Nara gets that one, and now STN wants a piece of Ocean, but she can't have it. She can't have it. Ocean is
very far behind right now on those shield and armor stacks. Only at 6 right now, almost 7 minutes into the game, so they're going to have to get a couple more stuns As we know, late game we should be roughly getting to about 2 to 3 a minute. So late game we're talking about 90, 80 stacks, about 20, 25 minutes into the game.
Merchant putting some pressure on the mid. He sees Artemiu, tries to fireball him in the face, but Artemiu dexterly dodges it. And this will... We have a 2 versus 1 on the top. The flash is being used offensively for a change.
Looking like he's going to be died upon, but pops his flask. Copy choosing not to dive in.
does a nice stun there. Ocean in trouble.
And some shade mid miss, and he manages to get himself out.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Ocean,
the power of Inara
manages to dodge, dip, and dive. So many abilities from
and Artemiu is almost dead.
No, still alive. Down on the backside.
So much back and forth. Now it's Scott P who's in danger of dying there. Ivan the Terrible coming to snipe him out. Not quite managing, but he left the mid wide open for Immersion to finish off. I'm still perplexed at how Inara managed to get away from that.
I'm amazed. Ocean, the Inara god, like he is, managing to dodge every single ability that came out and running away without 2% of his health left. Crazy plays.
Crazy indeed. And the bot, Glader's putting down some pressure on the Morph, but not quite enough to get that.
Yes, we're about 8.5 minutes into the game, and there is literally no difference. This is crazy.
They're waiting for a mistake for them to rotate to the dragons. Might this be the mistake? Ocean trying to steal that. Evan the Terrible very low. Here comes the burninating to power from Immersion. Not quite anyone dying though. Ocean commits suicide.
Wow. I thought Ocean was gonna get away again.
In the middle of 2 turrets, come on, there are limits. Ivan the Terrible, just barely getting away.
Walking away in this game with so little health. This is crazy. And only 2 kills on the board at 10 minutes in. He's looking to try to get that snipe onto Ivan, but not going to be enough. As now he's a turret shot, going to have to walk back. Arson trying to defend the turret, going to tank up those Spitfires so it doesn't hit the turret.
Ooh, nice turret defense there. Remaining at a sliver of health, but he should go down on this next push. It's just a hit.
Certainly not looking long for this turret in this game, as one Spitfire will kill the turret. Now it's going to be Miho looking to jump in, managed to get the stun off, but Artem just too tanky, not going to get a kill there, as the water wall will come out from the Lorelei onto STN as well. Looks like STN kind of like covered up that water wall.
Yeah,
Lorelei there.
well defended there by Catherine. Now it's Wisdomax that tries to stun up Ocean, but gets a kick on the face instead.
Way too flexible for this. He just gets out.
STN is overextending here. They're gonna get 2 versus 3. Even 2 versus 5. 2 versus 4 if he's not careful.
Getting deleted off the rise, and now it's all. As now the Fishbird will cancel out that boots in on Immersion.
Too greedy, overcall, trying to get that jungle steal, and they paid the price for that. And now they're 1 man down. Let's see if Team End will take the opportunity to do the dragon or not. Right now he's a Morph that might get 2 versus 1. He's doing the damage on the Glader though.
Blocks out the stun on the Catherine. Could have been a kill if he didn't block that, so just very wary. Keys
top
down
turret going down.
So turret will go down to that Miho, of course, as well. Miho just managing to apply cross map pressure on the top lane, taking down. We're about now 3k ahead and 1 kill up on the side of Key's team. So looking like a slightly different game, not the dominance that we saw out of Players in game 1.
Yeah, definitely. Take a look at builds real quick while these guys decide not to engage. We do have Frostburn for Magnus as first item, but your beloved Spellfire for a Scarf on the side.
I can live on it.
Side of End.
Baptiste says, looks like the Spellfire is getting picked up by different people. Spellfire still, I do agree that Spellfire is important, and everyone should still build Spellfire still at some point. I just don't feel that it's the best first item. I certainly think, especially Frostburn, on those, if you can slow someone into the goop and slow them so that they can't get out of the goop as well, it just works very well for Scar.
Yeah, definitely. They're dating this Ghostwing here, but they don't decide to commit to it. Just sightseeing, singing him some kisses. Ooh, Wisdom in a bad position there. Uses the boots to get away. STN is rotating up to help him. They're gonna do it 2 versus 3. Stun up Miho. This might be a dead Miho, finally.
Key Miho has other ideas.
Nope.
He stuns up 3 members. Dirty tactics coming up for the Miho as we'll find
Reversal.
2 kills. And the Lorelei will fall. Good night, Lorelei. As now, surely the Magnus next on the menu. Paella's getting chomped up by the side of Endless Delirium.
Delicious paella. Just getting eaten up. And now they started the Black Claw. With only 3 members. Immersion went there to the bit to clear, but Ivan the Terrible has sight. He's gonna use the ultimate there, not quite connecting.
Almost kills the Miho. So close. Miho has to get away from that. Ivan looking for a steal on his Black Claw, but just not.
Be careful. Here comes Batiste.
Baptiste
Using the ultimate. Can he get it? No. Inara
so
gets
close.
still.
Just not quite got enough time to get that Storm Crown off onto the Black Claw, and now we're going to secure that one up. But the water will come out onto the Magnus as almost gets deleted by the scarf on his Spellfire. Rooted EU Trian, I like that. Just cancel that. Teleport back on the Magnus.
Later wants to go help with the Black Claw push, but he can't because he has a turret and 3 people on him. Will he be able to trade against Keys?
I mean, good pressure on the side of Endless Delirium against Paez here, forcing the Kinetic to not be able to deal with this Black Claw as the main weapon powered damage dealer, which now is going to allow this Black Claw to almost take down the second tier turret, but certainly get more damage off than what it would have been.
And they got a turret in the bottom as well, so...
Certainly as well. Good pressure, cross-lane pressure from the side of Endless Delirium. It really is looking like a different game. Yeah, it says really it is the side of Endless Delirium controlling the map.
Yeah, they don't want this series to end. They want that prize money. Ivan the Terrible, very bad position, gets chunked down.
As now it will be a run for Eliza. Fans will not be able to find the pale though onto the Baptiste, but now they're split, and now it's going to be Catherine trying to jump in onto the ladder, but into Wisdom X. Surely will be deleted. 3 members deleting the Baptiste from the Rise, and now STN solo to defend this turret, but they will
get away, Glader.
Targets, which is this Ghost Swing. Glader having to back off, almost getting sniped out by that spit by a very clutch who managed to take back.
Free Ghost Wing! I love my dragons when they're free.
Do you like
actually, Artemir Ryu might use the fish food there to steal it. Let's see if... no, she used it. She used it against Ocean.
Doesn't know it's going. Don't know the health though.
See, if they were stream sniping, they could know this dragon was up and steal it.
Miho going to jump in, try find it.
So much damage.
Not going to find it. Ivan the Terrible for a new.
Relentless Miho.
But a bit off more when you chew Miho as he would die and burn down more health because of that. The way that the Magnus ultimate works. When you die, you explode into lots of little Magnus bits and put your bits onto other enemies, and you see Ocean getting chunked down even more so than if Magnus hadn't died.
Death by bits. Death by exploding bits even.
Exploding bits. How deadly. Imagine.
Yeah, but it was a very aggressive play by Miho there. It seemed like it was working, so he was chunking down a lot of Ivan, but unfortunately his teammates were there to help him out.
Ivan.
Keep him alive, and now it's Glader that might be in a bad position here. Animorph doing so much damage.
He's standing in the bush, waiting for the portal perhaps onto Glader.
Storm
Glader
Crown.
getting chunked down.
Oh, Glader, get away. Oh, he even gets rooted down. The portal coming just to confuse people. And it worked.
Like a bit off the map, so I'm not sure what's
He's got confused.
Keys, what are you doing, my man?
Taking the reverse portal. That was interesting.
Killed by 4 members, and still, I just don't think that was a great team fight. I mean, Copy's up in the top lane, and Nara's up top. There's just no damage to support that engagement, and a more yes, he has some decent damage to the land.
Ocean might be able to try to steal something here. Not
Ocean
quite managing.
trying. He has to block out the stun and the silence.
Tries to back off. But they're gonna get to top tower at least. Scott is there doing some damage. So it was already worth the push.
Definitely that tier 2 turret very worth, I think, in this top lane, and we're just not applying enough pressure, I think, to Miho. Miho having devastating effects in these team fights.
Do we have a weirdest portal in the tournament award? Because if we have, I would like to nominate that one from Keys there. That was interesting.
Oh, the best portal goes to those irons, I think.
That's the best. I'm talking about the weirdest.
The weirdest ones. Keys, definitely. I love that. Keys has great confusing portals. I mean, if you can confuse the allies with your portals, win-win.
Black Law is back up, and will they start it? It's a bit doubtful of a call because all 5 members of the opponent team are also rotating there. They could easily get a team fight going.
Black Law looks to be the target next on Endless Delirium's list.
Morph overextending. Gets stunned down. Is forced to use the Crucible on himself. Not something you would like to see. Cotby is going to steal this Crystal Treant though.
Yes. We'll manage to almost get sniped out by Ivan's Herald, but we'll go to the
where's Miho? Oh, he's going to... I was wondering where Miho was going. She's going to take care of the top lane push.
Looks like we just want to set back and reset after that engagement. We're looking to try get a pick and go for that Black Claw, but other ideas.
Oh, Ghostwing. Ghostwing is also up. Yes. Now, Glader and Sten need to be careful. They need to rotate out of there. Like Miho using the flash, getting in.
The portal will engage, and now he's going to be dead. People showing up everywhere, but it's not going to be the side of Paez getting deleted. It's actually going to be Endless Delirium as we'll lose Scarf on the front line. And now a more having to run for his life. They're losing the War Treads in to try catch and morph out. But now it's going to be 2 stun on the Gideon wall. But Miho just managing to escape, but will get killed out by the Spellfire damage. Toxic. And now Land's going to be the next on the target, and they surely will move to Black Law with 3 enemies down for the side of Endless Delirium. Disaster as they try portal in with Lyra, and it just doesn't work out.
Kiss is pushing the mid lane to at least put down some pressure to help contesting this Black Claw that seems inevitable.
Definitely. We also see bot lane as well on the favor of Paez. Massive minion wave
it's about to go down
as well. The dangerous situation for
a lot closer matchup than the first one. The first one seemed a lot more one-sided. Ooh, now it's that dragon that gets caught up between the towers there, just gets stunned up and deleted immediately.
Dragon getting deleted by the bigger dragon. Yeah. Now we see 4 members remain.
This could be game.
Of Endless Delirium. Looked like Endless Delirium were dominant for so much of the game, but recently, couple last minutes, it has been players returning back the favors as they will seek to take this armory next on the base of Endless Delirium.
Still some health on Black Claw. So you want to go in though.
Come out.
Respawn times. Yeah, I would disengage here. I would disengage. Too close of a call.
On this last legs, Endless Delirium looking to try find a win late game.
Oh, they're hiding in the bush. Oh, but they got spotted by the camera.
Oh no.
Nice camera there. Well thought.
Trying to perform the party bush, but not quite what.
They're going for the Ghostwing. It's going to be interesting because all 5 members of the red team are there to contest it. They see it, they know it, they want it.
Oh, Bubble Wrap piece coming low though. The fear will bounce them all away, but Miho's going to drive in, and it will be the Catherine falling first. But now more portals in, but it's going to be Miho just chomped down, and the Atlas portal will happen. But it's going to be the portal used by Glader to try escape, but not going to be enough. Trying to take down Ocean, but not enough damage as Ocean will fall. The Ghost Swing throws that we've seen all day as 3 members again after taking Ghost Swing fall.
But that ultimate from Magnus almost took down Ocean in the end there. But nice back and forth between both teams. It seems to be a very evened out match so far.
They are like cornered animals, PS. They are fighting for their lives.
When you get pushed against the wall, you have to fight to survive. It's like a cheesy 80s movie or something.
Oh, you should direct that. Vainglory. Vainglory. Fight of your life. Oh my goodness.
Well, no objectives on the map now, so to the jungle. There's experience to be had.
There has experience in late game fights to be had as well as there's surely the next fight with death.
Someone needs to go to the bot though, otherwise this turret is gonna push
this
later.
is a good opportunity for perhaps Endless Delirium to get a pick now with Catherine and Kinetic if they see.
Yeah, they should definitely force an engage here.
They're looking to try force an engagement.
Portal
will come out on to this Baptiste as he just gets removed from the map. Goodbye, Joselu.
Oh yeah. Ivan recalling in a very dodgy place. Well, not dodgy. It seemed safe.
Oh my goodness, Ivan. Playing with fire there, but the heat turned up by the side of Endless Delirium.
Well spotted there by End. And this Ghostwing should be coming back up relatively soon, right? Or am I confusing my dragons again?
Blacklaw, perhaps. Blackwing? What about Blackwing?
Yeah, Blackwing. Or Ghost Claw. I would like a Ghost Claw, please.
That's the game-ending dragon, that one.
Yeah. After you finish the whole game 3 times, you get Ghost Claw.
Ghost Claw unlocked. There's a Morphing Cop PR just going to push that lane back up on the bot lane. And we see Keys Ocean and Motion just rotates him back up to his Blacklaw, which has now landed. And
Keys starts him immediately. Okay.
Removing the vision from the side of players.
Morph needs to be careful, rotating up. Doesn't want to go on the wrong side.
Be taken off it though.
Yeah, they decide to disengage, which is wise. Crystal Treant up for grabs. Wisdom in the bad position there. Needs to be careful not to get singled out.
Right now, PS. Fight over vision to see who can control the vision around this Blacklaw, which Blacklaw this late in the game will end the game, will spell disaster for whoever does not get the dragon.
Dragons to be had. Immersion landing a fireball. Not quite enough damage.
Pick someone else. Sees it's a bad idea. Just kicks himself away back out of there. And now Glader and the rest of his team now just going to rotate back to mid lane and answer that, and they're going to try perhaps get round the Blacklaw again. Really trying to fight over
using vision, biding their time. No one wants to commit to the Blacklaw.
But is now, we've wasted so much time. PS, this Blacklaw now going to be empowered, so definitely going to be the end of the game. If Endless Delirium can pick up this Blacklaw now, it's empowered. They're looking to try to take a fight though.
Yeah.
So moving down to Ghostwing.
Yeah, they rotate to Ghostwing, forcing the enemy team to come here. They already have it down to half health. I don't know where Amorph is going, rotating through the back.
Endless Delirium have to answer this. If
Ocean in a bad position.
Bad stun, disgusting! As they manage to get picks all over the place. And now it's going to be Paella running for their lives. As that disgusting Miho has been good all evening, winning games. And as we see here, the one member will fall on Lorelei, and 2 now is the Catherine will fall. They can't finish off this dragon as he is too tanky for Joselu to take out. And this surely is the end of the game. Death timers everywhere on the board, but minions pushing in and powered onto the armory in the mid lane will be his only saving grace right now.
Yeah, they don't even care about Ghostwing. They're going straight for Blacklaw, which I think is the smartest way to do. There's only Kinetic left, and if she tries to contest this, she's most probably gonna just die. She's still checking where the opponent team is. Doesn't see anyone. She's some cameras, so now they should know that Blacklaw is coming down. There's nothing they can do about it. They can try to defend. They still have 2 turrets up, and the armory, so they should be able to hold it if they play safe.
Respawn time is just coming back now. PS enough. Baptiste still on 10 seconds. The healing platform, but they have cleared the lanes. The empowered Blacklaw is pushing down. This could be an equalizer for Endless Delirium. They're looking to finish the game. They're crowding around the mid lane. Scarf just coming up from the jungle on the bot side.
Alright, but the Terrible wants something to say about that. Dealing his share of damage. Blacklaw already halfway through. I think they should be able to hold this. Unless they do like...
Miho ultimate has landed again on members, but this time Miho just can't quite go under the base for this one.
I was expecting like a terrible portal from Kia. It's terrible in a good way. Like just dive in the entire team into the middle of the turret. But that didn't happen, so they decided to play it safely, rotate back down. They wanted to get Ghost Wing, but they're too late for that. The rest of the opponent team is already here. Paella is on the lookout for Ghost Wing.
And let's do them. Just look like they can't quite finish off this game. The excellent defense from players. They're fighting for their life with Empower Ghost Wing, Black Wing, whatever it is. Will not get any turrets this side of Endless Delirium, unfortunately. So we'll have to reset and go for more as the fight is back on.
So much vision on this Ghost Wing. Miho is shopping in the top. While
he's
fight
looking
is
out
about to break
position
out.
though. But Magnus was so low. Look at Magnus' health is
Portal
going straight on. But now the Miho ult's going to be blocked out. Doesn't find a stun, but Will might just chop out Magnus right here. Trying desperately to get onto the back line. But the War Treads have been used. And now it's going to turn on them, against him as a Morph. Now running for his life. But the Dragon's Death going to come out stunned out of it as the Dragon will surely die. But it's going to be a triple kill for the side of Endless Delirium.
That was a great team fight.
Somehow managed to get just sniped out. The Spellfire will take out Scarf. Magnus on his last legs.
See, Spellfire is useful. See, if it wasn't for Spellfire.
They tried so desperately to kill Ivan in that fight and just could not kill the Magnus.
They should still be able to finish the game. There are 30 seconds on the clock. They should be able to get this Ghost Wing and do a push.
I don't know what they're going for. I mean,
maybe
not. I guess there are 2 people down. There are 2 people down, sorry. So Ghost Wing is a good
maybe
call.
not. Just Ghost Wing and... Oh, Miho almost dying there.
Almost killing off another guy. That would
Let's take a look at builds real quick for this late game phase.
Very interesting. We're looking at builds. I mean, Spellfire on a lot of people. I do agree now Spellfire useful. I mean, yeah, very well. We do see Crucibles. We see 2 Crucibles plus Aegis's on the entire side of players from this Miho. But Miho's still managing to get these ultimates off. So questioning on these Crucibles have to be a lot tighter, I feel like, to avoid these 5-man stuns coming at the Miho. Like,
it's quite hard to time the Crucible to Miho's ultimate. I mean, the animation is quite fast, so you need to really be paying a close attention. And in a 5 versus 5 team fight, it's hard to pay attention to every single character. So.
Certainly, but as we expect, these are the top in Europe. If you want to be the top in Europe, you've got to block that Miho.
Hit that button. Hit the Crucible button when you see someone coughing. Black Claw has landed. We might have the final team fight of the game right here.
Looking for a skirmish. There's just going to be a little bit of blows traded on either side across the wall, across bushes here. Next door neighbours fighting it out.
I gave you a water pool, I give you a fireball, I give you a crucible, fire, fish food not quite connecting there.
Was trying to catch out with the magnet onto the scarf with the stun, but just can't quite find those stuns as the crucible will come out onto the scarf to block that one.
Now Glader and STN need to be careful up here, not to get 2 versus 4.
Running out, just been refreshed though for Ivan. No infusion no on Ocean or Copy, so going to need to refresh those infusions. Now 30 minutes into the game. But just can't quite get to the shop. Being denied access to the shop though, and he can't go back. If surely one goes back, they engage in the end of the game. So a tricky position for Endless Delirium right now. The Magnus ult has come out, looking to try and engage, but they just can't quite get onto the Scarf.
Poke damage on that Scarf is gonna probably force him to pop something or refresh. No, the healing from Lyra.
The flash still up in the Scarf.
Some backup. But Red Steam still has shop denied. Oh, someone triggered the dragon, and that's a slight setback.
Copy still not got that infusion though. Needs to get that infusion so impactful in these team fights. Not having a weapon could cost him in terms of damage.
Not even so low. Needs this Crystal Treant just to heal him up. Might have another team fight here. No. Both teams. Yeah, they want to clear out the jungle first, get those buffs going.
Bot lane minions are going to be forced to rotate down to them, as well as minions on the top side. Going to be pushing. A Morph looks like he's out of position, but managed to get away. Blader
rolling over the wall.
Managed to get him. But the defense will be too much for the side of Paella on this lance.
A lot of wait and see. A lot of wait and see.
Very tense. The next team fight will win it.
This be it.
We're looking for this two-man stun on the fish food, but not going to be an engagement again. Very
terrible overextending there.
Oh,
Miho comes in.
4 members! Uh-oh! As they realise they've made mistakes, War Tread's back out, but roots and stuns onto the side of Paella as they're running for their lives. The Magnusol will return, and now it's 5v5, still no one going down. The Miho trying to find something, blocks on the fish food, but now Miho surely can't go in anymore.
No
How
kills.
did no one die?
Yeah, amazing. A lot of back and forth. Everyone low, but everyone's still alive. And now 2 recalls coming. Will this be an opportunity to go for Black Claw? I don't think the red team realizes that. They're clearly not stream sniping as they should.
They need to answer the lanes, and as now's time is even in the bot lane to engage on this Black Claw, but Endless Ruin realise they're on it and they need to force a fight, or they need to steal the Black Claw, otherwise it will equal the end of the game. The Lyra Portal coming in to try and get more members into the fight. Ocean trying to get 2-man stun into the wall, but now it's going to be Miho coming out. 1 member will be hit, but it's going to be Black Claw going over to the side of Paella's. Now the Dragon Spec going to be burning through, trying to find a couple kills, but not going to manage, as now surely they are in trouble as Black Claw is going down their base, and low health bars. Miho deleted on the back line, and Keys and Morph looking so low and tasty for Paella's, as they do have to contest this Black Claw off the base.
I don't think they can contest it. I think their only way of winning this game is to do a reversal. And they just lost another one, so I think it's GG. Yeah.
As Black Claw takes down the lance.
But what a game. So close.
So
what a very cool
and
team
so
fights.
tense, but it will be 2-0 to the Paellas as they munch their way into the next battle.
You were thinking of that one for 1 whole week, weren't you? Munching down the paella. I know you were. Well played, both teams. Very tense game, as you were mentioning. Like teams, like in the beginning of the game, they were not respecting each other that much, but at the end of the game, they were really paying very close attention to not make any mistake, waiting for the opponent to start the engage, for them to counter something or somehow. So a lot of interesting team fights happening there. Really close matchup. Ended up winning for the side of the Paellas. 2-0 on this series. That's gonna wrap up the day for today. I don't know if you want to add something, Highlands? Is there anything left for us to do on the...
Alright. I'm actually okay with the builds. I mean, such a tense game. I can't believe that we didn't go to the game 3. I really thought when that 4-man Miho ult landed,
yeah, we deserved the game 3.
They war-treads themselves right out of that one. Yes. But, I mean, what a fantastic group of games we've had today. And as always, thanks again to the teams for the action-packed series we've had. And of course, our stream team, Viking and yourself, PS enough for joining me, Highland Wolf, and casting the action tonight. And we're back tomorrow at 6 p.m. BST or 7 p.m. Central European Standard Time, where we'll see Love Elos and Morph Esports versus Bruto's team, and then followed up by Oswald's team versus Le Pacifistos, Natural Vitalik.
Le Pacifistos. That's going to be interesting. Yes. Definitely a couple of more interesting fights. It's really cool that this tournament is happening, that we see the European scene, like the more pro players on the European scene active again. So it's really cool to be witnessing it. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to be part of it by casting this game. Hope the rest of the tournament goes well.
Welcome. So that's all from me. That's all from PS Enough. I've been your host, Highland Wolf. Good night, Europe.